Top of the top. Thank you, Marvin. Appreciate it. That's right. You did yourself a favor. That's right. We're gonna get into it today. We up on a Saturday, y'all. Top of the top. What up? Live on the internet. Back again. No, we not Hollywood. No, we not corporate. We not none of that. We just regular people. That's it. Agenda-free TV, agenda-free internet, whatever you want to call it. That's about it. What's up, Shayla? What's up, all my people, man? Who that? My people that been down for day one. That's who they are. That's my people, man. That's family. All right, so we're going to get into it. Shout out to everybody that just tapped in. It's nothing but an internet family, y'all. It's an internet community, man. Some of y'all need to calm your ass down. That's about it. We going to talk about so much today. All I'm going to be talking about, thank you so much, Renique. Thank you. You've been blessing the channel all week. You've been participating in conversations. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. What up, Rod Julius? What's good? We up. Man, we got a lot to talk about today. I have a lot to talk about today. What up, Punches? Beautiful Saturday, y'all. A lot to talk about. What's up, AI? What's up, bro? Also, we're going to get into a lot today. I want people to get a lot of this stuff clear, man. The stuff I say is not personal. I say what people are not going to say. I say out loud what people can't say. Some people can't say it. Some people don't want to say it. But everybody knows. So I say things in a way so people get it. Because I'm going to say it again. A lot of people have, for so long, their whole life, they've been used to being told everything so sweet, so perfect. But they still didn't understand. That's why you still don't know nothing to this day. Because everybody that lied to you, they made it sound so sweet and good. Everybody that had a job to deceive your ass, they also rubbed your back while they were talking to you. And they made you feel all warm inside and so good. And you say, I like them. I like them. You know, I really like them. But then you're going to see, that's why you still don't know nothing. And you're going to still keep seeing you in these same situations. And everybody you say you love and all this stuff, somehow they never around. And they always be gone. And then they come back floss on you or whatever. You still don't get it, do you? So, yeah, we're going to get into so much today. Punches, AI, what up, bro? I think I said something like Deion's son, his son ain't going second either. I said they're going to make his son wait another round to embarrass his ass. They made him stand around the first round. They made him stand around the second round. His ass got humble too. He came out first day of the draft, big ass chain, daddy rich. When I told you it's the same thing with LeBron, his son, the same thing. They want to act like nobody else kids ain't nothing. Nobody else kids ain't putting no work. Nobody kids ain't nothing. See, like I said, then they'll say, well, other people do it. Man, I'll put my son on too. That's cool. That's not the point. But other people with kids been shitting on. Let's go to the picking and choosing, y'all. When Deion Sanders favors his son and shit on other parents is cool. Let me rewind it again. When a celebrity black man shits on people, it's okay. Meaning, we're going to act like no other black families had kids in basketball or football. No other black families that were not rich. Kids made it to the NBA. Kids made it to the NFL. But the rich kid, he gets all the clout and the glory. You think people are going to just keep going for that? No, y'all. When I told y'all what's really been going on is a lot of these black entertainers, black celebrities, they've been trying to get money through their kids. That's all they've been doing. They've been trying to get money. They've been trying to create the legacy through their kids. But what a lot of y'all are not getting, they are still going back to these same people trying to get the money. People are still screaming racism, but they still going back to these people league. You're still saying racism. When you guys had so much money to start your own league and you didn't do it yet, and you're still talking nonsense. They've been calling the whole shit a circus. It already been that. Y'all know when I've been broke down the whole Coach Prime, Deion Sanders on this channel, we always ahead. I was talking about him when he was in Jacksonville, when he had the dirty, muddy water, and they were suffering down there. I spoke about Deion back then. I told you he used the black college for clout. I told you they went to Colorado for fame and glory and money. That was it. And they thought they was going to manipulate the NFL like college, so they had to tell them, calm that shit down. You're not bigger than the NFL because the NFL means not for long, and there's so much other stuff that they won't comprehend. You're just entertainers. You're just athletes. And you guys are played out now. Y'all time is up, Deion. What I'm trying to tell y'all, it's not about race. It's about a people time over with. Let's break it down, man. I got to stop the passion of the yelling, and it's not that serious. But I cannot believe how people won't get it. When I keep saying it's 2025, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all are so embarrassing. Y'all buy mansions, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, but you will not start your own businesses. You don't get it. You don't have your own bank still. The only racism is you against yourself and your own people because you won't do nothing. You're the only person in the colors. That's all you know. All you know is colors. Change green. Talk black. Meanwhile, you won't build nothing with the black. You won't take the green and build nothing with the black. You take the green and go buy a gold chain. You guys are idiots, but you won't see the big picture. What they keep telling y'all, newsflash, we're not just giving you money no more. If you go in the first round, that means top dollar. No. Deion Sanders said a lot of stuff. I told you I don't just talk. I don't chase trending topics. I'm really into sports. Play sports young. Really into the entertainment rap. Did that young. When I tell you I was the most brainwashed, I was more brainwashed than all of y'all ass. And I know what I'm talking about. So being that I was so brainwashed, I'm the one going to tell you what it is now because I know what it is. In my opinion. I've been watching Deion be arrogant. Him and his son, I watched them 2 straight years be arrogant on platforms, talking to reporters, talking. Deion Sanders bragged to the world, said his son was going to be drafted top 5. See, it's one thing these people don't get through their head. No matter what they accomplish in life, somehow they will not master the art of what? Being humble. So being that you don't know how to be humble, you must always get humiliated. Did you know when you already know how to be humble, there's no such thing as you being humiliated? Did you know that? But you guys are always going to be humiliated because you don't know how to be humble. Why? Your number one downfall is your big ass mouth. Your big ass mouth. And you don't understand. When you open your big mouth, you offend other people. When I open my mouth, I offend a lot of people. And I like doing it because I don't need nobody. But when you need people for shit, you can't offend everybody. That's the difference of being what? Independent. So in 2025, in a world where you have watched people become rich 30 years, we're talking about people that have been getting rich since the 80s, 90s, SHANNON, Deion Sanders. But you still won't admit the facts that none of these people you can say, Magic Johnson, they still didn't come together and build nothing. Magic Johnson got money in the league. Why they got money sprinkled around, guys? Why they didn't start their own leagues yet? And I'm not talking about a black league. I'm talking about a powerful universal league on any level. You didn't see them start their own music industry yet. You didn't see them start their own nothing yet, and it's 2025, y'all. So this is what makes people look delusional now. This is what making people look crazy now. Because everybody is not getting this shit. But you're gonna get it today. It is also being said that Deion Sanders had to make a phone call to the president. That was being said. Because the president had to make a comment on this situation. Yep. Like I said, I don't like talking about the president, but other people do. I've never seen so many people on the president's nutsack so hard. I've never seen it in my life. But the racism must go on when you're poor. So nowadays we know in 2025, only poor people still screaming out racism. Only dumb people still screaming out racism. The people that's doing bad, people that's not winning. You're going to always know racism go hand in hand with not winning. Racism, when somebody loses, racism. Racism, cold word of racism, failure. When a person taught racism, you know what I do now? I just look at it and listen to them, see where they at in life. And 9 times out of 10, you're failing. All right? Because you're still in a lost world. You're in a lost world. You're in a lost world. You still believe in shit that came out of books. You talk about racism, but you still don't know law. So who's the slave? Who's free? Who's keeping you back? You still talk about racism, you have no credentials. You have not elevated yourself not once in life to change your ways, but you're talking about racism. Even though you come out your house every day, probably don't see nobody white at all. At all. You know damn well in the hood and the ghetto, you can go fucking days, weeks, and months, you won't even see one white person at all, but they still gonna scream racism. And they go scream racism while they still going back getting them government checks. So it's only some people racism. See, it's only some of them. But you always see this pattern, y'all. The ones that cut the check, they never racist. Remember that part. The ones that cut the checks, they ain't never racist, y'all. Get it? We're going to get into that later. I'm just going to tell you, man, all that shit played out. Family, didn't I tell you a long time ago that black shit played out on TV? What's that? You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah. I told you all that shit is done, y'all. That was from the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Y'all had an experience. That's why I keep saying B.E.T is over with. The black experience, black entertainment, whatever you want to call it, I got to keep drilling the point home because it's coming to a close with this Diddy trial. And I kept telling you it's all together. You're going to see the net from sports, acting, music, your community, your church, your job, whatever you want to say. You want to see you ain't the favorite no more, but you won't understand that part. You won't get that part. So a lot of y'all been still poking y'all chests out and talking a lot of talk, but you still won't get it. So you're going to keep getting spanked. This is what it is, y'all. Everything against y'all is going to be humiliation. That's it. Everything for y'all is humiliation, and you're going to be set up for failure. That's what it's all about now, because it's a world stage now, and everybody's watching, and everybody's watching you for different reasons. See, before everybody's watching you for clout, watching you for entertainment, watching you because, oh my God, now they're watching you. Like, oh, wow. That's how they watching you now. I got to make this point clear, y'all. It's been years and years and years. Nobody been putting guns to people's head, making them ignorant. Nobody put guns to people's head and make them slay each other, disrespect each other. I'm also going to prove today how everybody got caught up in the biggest trap in the world and you're still in it. It's called what? Instagram, Facebook. And I'm going somewhere with it. What I say on this channel, I'm going to say this one thing last clear. Anybody on this channel think I'm political? I ain't political. But I told you, it's one thing I agree with the president on. And that's one thing only. And one of the main things. Getting at them people down with that sex trafficking. But I tell you on this channel, I said a lot of people don't like 47. That's cool. I said, if anybody on this channel talking about him, what I say is, I look at them like they might be down with sex trafficking rings, and they might be down with those rings that deal with those minors. Yeah, because it's past the race with him now. It's been proven, all right, he ain't a racist, meaning you see what it is, right? No, I'm going to tell you what it is. Anybody down with touching on kids, anybody down with trafficking rings, abusing minors in these organizations and all this pipeline shit, they the ones hate the president. All right? All right? Just remember that. A percentage of people that hate the president, a lot of them are with the pedophilia life. Remember that part. Yeah. Understand that. If I told y'all, you need to watch your mouth when you're talking, because now everything you say gonna be used against you. That's right. He done proved. We're gonna prove today too. We also gonna prove the connection between the president and DEION. We're gonna see. It's been proven he ain't racist throughout the years. All right, it's been proven. Even though everybody else they not racist, but we're not going there. When I talk racism, I sound like a dummy. I fucking hate it because I know, bro, you way past it. Why the hell you talking about race to these fucking dummies that don't get it? No, but today they're gonna get it again. You're gonna get it again today because all of this is in it. It's not that people don't like you. They don't like your behavior. They don't like your big mouth. Then when you get in trouble, you always talking religion. Then when you get embarrassed, you're talking religion. You always putting God in everything. People tired of that. I'm tired of it. Deionsanders talking. Well, you know, God, this and that. What I say last time, y'all? I said God ain't with him. I told him that last time. I told you everything what happened to them. Because they always, I know everybody's payback and why they get what they're getting. They've been playing with good people too long, and they've been playing with God too long. That's what all this shit is about. So I know what this is all about. That go for me, anybody. I know if I ain't changed my ways a decade ago, I'll be out of here. I'll be one of them people too. So that's what I'm telling y'all. See, a lot of y'all, you didn't change your ways. You're just a talker, right? But I'm going to tell y'all today, I'm going to prove it. A lot of y'all are still trapped in a world that was started back in 2010. You're trapped in the world, and I swear to God, you will never get out. You ain't going to get out. You ain't going to get out. As I've been doing these lives for years, I've been watching people brain, and I know for a fact, if these people don't tell you what to do next, if no rapper entertainer show you what's a new fad, you ain't going to know what to do. And I'm seeing that a lot of y'all don't know what to do because you ain't being shown, and guess what? You're not. Everybody you looked up to for guidance, advice, what's new, they ass done. They finished. They falling. You ain't going to know what's new. It's on purpose. When I was talking about everybody was wearing these hairstyles and trying to be like celebrities, well, the celebrities gone and you just going to be stuck. You going to learn something. You only into politics because of the internet. Before Facebook, you wasn't into that. Before it was a political takeover of these devices, you wasn't on here. A lot of y'all, if I ask y'all, if you ever owned a laptop or computer in your house, I bet you a lot of y'all never did. And you're going to be the main ones always talking about politics. All right? See, we already know what it is. See, it's the people that's poor in the ghetto, the people that's poor as fuck, they do the most talking about politics. Because the people that know what time it is, all we want to know is, what's the law? Okay. You want to hear my politics, y'all? You know my politics. Hey, the other day, the government announced garnishments. I got that one, y'all. Hey, yo, this is what it is, y'all. This is what the government, this is what they talking about. I pay attention to politics, too, just the real stuff. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care who said it. Garnishment. Hey, yo, y'all, garnishment. Guess what? When IRS garnish your ass, you don't know what color they are, dummy. But then again, you don't get money and you don't pay taxes. See, you don't know about that. All right? A lot of y'all don't pay taxes. Think I don't know that. A lot of y'all government funded. A lot of y'all got a lot of mouth, but without that government, you will be nothing. All right? So let's just stop it, all right? Pick one. But y'all the ones with the biggest mouth, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Y'all the ones with the biggest mouth. We going swim with all this. This intro. Everything will be timestamped. What's up, Heather Hunter? What's up, Heather Hunter? What's up, Tiger? What's up, Humble? What's up, everybody? All right, that's right. We going somewhere with it cozy. What's up? We up. I'm telling y'all, man, wherever you at in this world, when you still running your mouth talking certain shit, you're going to sound so dumb, y'all. That shit played out. You sound like your grandmama. You sound like your grandfather. Actually, they were smarter than you because they knew the law. They knew to work, pay their taxes, and pay shit off and mind their business. You can't even do that. You don't own nothing. You don't even own, a lot of y'all, you don't even own a title to a fucking lemon. You don't own nothing, but you're still talking about racism. But you won't get mad at the rapism. All right? You have no leg to stand on when it comes to racism no more. When all your people that are rich are charged with abusing their own people. You have proof of these so-called people abusing their own, not building nothing. I don't care where the hell you at. You can walk outside right now to your nearest neighborhood where it's a goddamn gas station, a Chinese store, and you know goddamn well it's going to be fucked up poor. You're going to see nappy heads still. You're going to see a lot of bullshit to this day. But you're still talking about race. It's this thing called the internet where Chase Bank has started where teens can get accounts because there's so many teenagers in this country getting money because their parents helping them. All right? They learning this shit and they doing a whole lot, but you still talking about racism. No, you're back in the 60s, you're back in the 50s. Maybe one day when, okay, you know a lot of y'all waiting for the JFK files. A lot of y'all waiting for the who killed Martin Luther King and all this shit. Maybe one day, because remember this too, y'all. If it don't come on TV, they don't get it. If somebody white don't say it, they don't get it. Maybe if they come out and say, announcement, yo, y'all, all the stuff we told y'all was fake. Hey, yo, y'all know that Rosa Parks stuff? We staged everything. If it came on the TV, the civil rights era was a hoax. Would you get it then? Would you get it? Would you get it if they did a documentary on Netflix? Because some of y'all so dumb, you only get shit when it's on Netflix, right? Okay, if they did a special on Netflix, the civil rights era was a hoax, would you fucking get it? Would you get it then? Everybody knows this, except for your dumbass still screaming and talking shit. So that's why I told you, Kanye comes out to troll these people. Everybody comes out to troll them because they won't get it through their head. Hip-hop was fake, rap was fake, civil rights was fake. You don't understand. We put all this shit together to create y'all fake-ass life, and y'all still in this fake-ass life. Meanwhile, you still don't get it. You talk about racism, but you so stupid, you never read a book. Meaning, if you did your history, you would have seen blacks and whites was having sex in the 40s and the 50s. You would have seen that race mixing was going down in America during on rock and roll days. Boy, they had to turn that racism back up. You had no clue of blacks and whites screwing their ass off in the South because you was a dumb nigga in the North and you're brainwashed. The niggas in the North are the most brainwashed because they never been down South. They ain't never seen shit. Niggas in the North, all they know is goddamn project buildings, poor ass shit, and what the white man told them. They don't know shit, y'all. I'm telling you the truth. Now, my people in New York City public housing, they be balling. So let me clear this up too. New York projects is different from other projects. See, you can be in New York project and still be richer than somebody else, somewhere else working. It's the truth because it's a different structure. Some of y'all are still in slave states on public housing and have nothing at all going on. And your whole perspective of life is very, very primitive and small, y'all. But you still won't read no books, but you want to keep talking. We're going to get into it today. We're going to get into it today because everything I'm saying, y'all, is about to be played out through this goddamn episode. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this shit, but it's all going to play out because it started with DEION and them because I kept telling you, they thought they was going to keep finessing these people money to the day they die. Y'all don't understand. It is that black card that made all of them rich, y'all. Back in the 80s, when black celebrity took off and became a big money maker, it goes, but see, that's why I said a lot of y'all wasn't living. I was a child when it was Michael Jackson at the same time winning, Michael Jordan at the same time winning, Mike Tyson, and a whole bunch of others. Y'all wasn't around. You don't get it. When Whitney, you don't get what was going on in this world. When I seen the greatness of the great, goddammit, you didn't see it. So you're not accepting what's going on. All your great people done died already. The other half of your people walking around, they've been exposed, going to Diddy parties. You ain't getting it. Then the other percentage of them, they all broke, dying broke. They finished. But it's showing you they did not do nothing for business. You're watching people. If the rich people depending on them for that money and they going bad, what you think gonna happen to you? You on a low level still depending on them people for money. You ain't getting it. When you see these big guys not getting no more checks, that means you at the bottom soon. You won't be getting no more checks. But you keep thinking everything is a game. But you won't accept the fact that everybody been getting checks, money, and all this shit, but there's nothing to show for none of it, y'all. So you're not getting it. It's somebody else's turn now. I'm going to say this again because y'all not getting it. It's not about you no more, DEION. Huh? It's not about you. Why you think it's about all these other people? Because you won't get the fact. None of y'all will not get it through your head that it's not about you no more. You will not get it through your head. You will not get it through your head. And what you don't get is this had to happen because y'all fell from grace. All y'all wanted to be on the internet all day, right? Y'all wanted to be celebrities. You wanted to do everything else, right? So they said, okay, have fun, guys. Do you? That's what happened. So I laugh and joke, but guess what? They didn't do nothing illegal. They didn't do nothing wrong because the truth is a lot of Americans was not paying taxes and working because a lot of them niggas was going to jail and what? Smoking weed, dirty urines. What? They wasn't doing shit and they was going to do that shit forever. They wasn't punching clocks, paying taxes. They wasn't filing. They wasn't doing shit. Running their mouth in there all day, being studied. Getting social service, running their mouth, not paying taxes, all of them being studied. So you know what they said? Shit. We got to do this or the country going to collapse. These people came here for a reason, but you didn't get it. The whole world got it except for you. You still running your mouth talking about racism. Dummies. How is it racism when I see all these other races coming here and they from all these other countries? Where's the racism at, guys? Oh, you still talking about back in the Martin Luther King era. I get it. My bad. Damn. My bad. Even though you never saw a Klan member in real life, you still talking about a boogeyman, huh? Well, tell them that shit. Oh, too late. They're here already. Oh, too late. Goddamn, they got the jobs. They ain't buying houses. You still talking about 47. No. When they see they already got their smart TVs, they're already situated. And what I'm telling you is, it's not about y'all no more. Either y'all gonna act according, but if you're trying to make it like it's all about y'all and y'all run shit and all this black stuff, you're not diverse. You ain't accepting the fact that the country is now a rainbow with diversity of races, sexes. It's not about y'all no more, guys. Remember, y'all were the most homophobic, remember? Y'all were the most all about yourself, remember? Y'all about blackness, remember? Okay, when y'all go over there with that shit, the country is now diverse. That's what's going on. Hey, let me tell you guys what's really going on. See, you guys are black and white TVs, and now we into 80-inch smart TVs. Get it? You still talk racism like when black and white TVs is in the living room. That's you guys. You guys are still on the black and white TV shit. Go over there. Now we have smart TVs with multiple applications. That's them. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? They know nothing about your racism. They know nothing about that shit. All they want to know is, I want to have fun in America and give my kids the best life. What about you? How long you been here? And you still talking about what? Okay, let's go. Let's go. You still don't get it, huh? The truth is, man, I know what's up. A lot of y'all are in bondage, man. So guess what? Now you're going to see what happens. Let's go. What you going to see? Well, when you need me for money and you get mad at me because I won't feed you, who's delusional? Who's delusional? Huh? All right. All right, y'all. The reason why a lot of people don't know nothing because they don't know business and they don't know law. Slaves do not know business and they don't know law. Master never taught them the business and never taught their ass the law. So to this day, you always know who the ancestors of slaves because they won't know business and they won't know the law. It's that simple, y'all. So it's like this. These guys thought they were going to keep getting millions, y'all. Not just getting millions for their own personal reasons. Not to make this a better world. Not to make nothing constructive. No, to keep buying chains and flossing. Also, there's so many lessons in this. We're going to get to the LeBron, his son. Like father, like son, right? Well, remember when I told y'all, you listen to your parents, you listen to that old shit, it ain't going to work no more. Deion saying, now I'm also going to show you something else. Now you're going to see why other people that are smart, sometimes they let their kids do them and you won't even know. You say, damn, I didn't even know that was so-and-so people's because they do it on purpose. Huh? Don't you know if this guy probably just came out down low and perpetrated fraud like Deion wasn't his dad, he probably been better off. No. People they don't want that circus, y'all. See, the circus was permitted at Colorado, which I don't get. Colorado was in the trash, which I don't get. All right? They always get these people to do shit when shit is in the trash. So what a lot of y'all don't get, Colorado was in the trash. Back in the day, they was decent. But for so long, they was in last place. They was a dumpster team. So, Deion, you can bring some of that black stuff over here. You can bring the black experience over here so we can get back ratings and get this team back right. Let's go. Coach Prime. And the circus began. Fool. Their first game, Lil Wayne, all of them was there. It was a circus. Meanwhile, they never in their life watched Colorado. No, it was for ticket sales. It was for sales. It was for relevancy because sports bet was coming and merchandise was coming. And then you're going to see them shades got on. Deion started pushing out his own shades for sale. And then Deion got back with his Nike deal. And then his son got a deal. And it was getting deals. And it was getting money. Yeah. But before that, he was getting no money because before that, Deion ass got kicked off the TV. All right? He got kicked off TV, stepped off. All I know is Deion Sanders knew his money was not right. And he had to do something. Son, we got to get the bag. Why? His other son, Shiloh, was an idiot. His other son, Shiloh, getting repoed. You got to remember, you Deion Sanders, but you got grown-ass sons, they knuckleheads, and they messing your money up. And he got daughters. And he got wives. No, his money was going down, y'all. I know it happened. See what I'm saying? This job right here don't pay like that. It pay, but not enough for Deion. Nope. When I tell y'all just follow trending topics, I've always followed this whole shit because I always watch NFL Network and I always seen Deion throughout the decade. And this what Deion Sanders was doing a whole decade straight. Him and Michael Irvin. No. Then he came into the what? Voila, Coach Prime persona. I'm Coach Prime now. Y'all forgot they're all actors. Then he turned from this to Coach Prime. Coach Prime with the chain on. You know, he did the same exact thing Mace and Cam did. Mace did. Mace was in the church. Next you know, Mace did a magic trick, turned around. Mace turned back into goddamn Stephen A. Cam turned to Stephen A. Mace turned to a rap, whatever. You see what I'm saying? They all do the same shit. No, that's Coach Prime, guys. So look, right? Coach Prime is a finesser, man. All right? So he knew he had to get a resume. At this point, he had no resume as a coach at all. So Coach Prime understood the best way for him to get a resume started real quick. Let me find one of these poor HBCU colleges. Because I told you, that's the pipeline for the celebrity. Celebrity, no, they plug in with black college like nothing because black college be desperate. Black college is raised more on black entertainers than actual education. That's right. So the black entertainment people, they always know how to manipulate for their own personal gain. Yes, they do. Staged events, props, certain things. Yeah, they also said that the NFL, I'm listening to them this morning. They said the NFL draft, they also have fake ass people there. They said they've been hiring fake ass actors, all type of stuff. Yeah. But this whole thing you watching with Deion Sanders and his son is a big embarrassment and a humiliation. But you're going to see today, he brought it on himself. Last year, because Deion, and this what they don't understand in sports. It is the writers and reporters that will ruin your life because you have to deal with them while you're living and after you living. When you beef with them people, it's going to be bad on you. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. Deion Sanders was bragging. I heard him brag many times. He said, my son going top 5. I heard him say something like, my son and Travis, they going number 1 and 2. That's right. He was talking like that, y'all. Rubbing a lot of people. Guys, you got to be humble, y'all. Okay, put yourself in it. You bust your ass. You gave all you had for your son to finally have a chance. Your son about to get drafted. Your son got a chance. Your son is in the league as well, like his son. But this guy keep trying to put his son over your son just because he can. You feel me? Just because he can. How you going to feel about that? And you don't check your bank statements and you tatted up. It took you about $160,000 to get your son where he at that draft. All the money he had to spend his whole getting him right. And this rich guy, he just thinks he can just take his son and just put him over you. And it's supposed to work. And screw you. No, y'all. No. Then what he was doing, teaching his son the brand. Teaching his son, I'm going to teach you how to get this money. Same way I got this money, I'm going to teach my son to get this money of his generation. And I told y'all, they all started this thing of trying to get you into worshiping their kids before they're actually successful because it's a branding scheme. And then you will see he did it. And you will see LeBron did it with Bronny. And then you're going to see Jay-Z and Beyonce try to do a Blue Ivy. They tried to stamp their kid in your mind before they're somebody to make them a somebody. Will and Jada did it, but both of their kids are idiots. They try to stamp their kids with you and the new generation because in their mind, their kids are more important than you because in reality, you are nobody and you ain't nothing but a consumer, a fan. That's all y'all ever going to be, right? They're going to talk that black talk, but they're going to always look for that money from you know who. That's what you got to understand. You're not getting that part. They're going to always talk black talk, but their money's going to come from somewhere else. You don't get that part. Their money going to come from somewhere else, and they're going to spit it somewhere else. But you won't get that part. The black talk gets you the bag. When all of them been to college and got college degrees. I told you, blackness is taught on college campuses. It's taught through the Martin Luther King program. Blackness is taught at college campuses. Part you don't understand. All right, let's go. Huh? Where y'all was at when they was doing this? I knew what they was doing. He was branding. It was a plan. He was branding himself. How he brand himself? Go to a low-level black college and make it like you're doing them a favor with your presence. Meanwhile, I'm going to use y'all because I need a resume. All right? Now, I got the clout and the fame. I'll get us on TV, but I'm about to use this organization for my benefit. And when we make it, the hell with y'all. Because the only way I was able to manipulate my son and Travis and put him on the spotlight, I was able to finesse the black HBCU. Because any other college, I could have did this shit. I went to the black college and built myself a resume. I got to get this money. When did he do this? Right after this. Now, I don't know if he quit NFL Network or he got laid off. I don't know. But it was a narrative I've been seeing years ago. When I tell you I've been studying this thing for the past 4 years. Like when I seen Deion off the channel, they've been getting people off the channel, y'all. Don Lemon. No, Wendy Williams. It's not a coincidence, y'all. They getting y'all whole experience off the damn TV, man. For many reasons. And then y'all still won't comprehend that over 50% of people are compromised by Mr. P. Diddy as we speak. That's the part they don't get. Then on top of that, you're going to keep seeing LeBron name ain't taken out of nothing. No, y'all are dealing with a public humiliation. Now let's go. See that? The draft. See? The draft. He just knew he was getting drafted first, y'all. He put on his biggest chain. The question is, y'all, if my father's rich, I'm rich, why I got to keep flossing? I'm the richest guy. Why I gotta keep flossing like I'm the richest guy? I'm gonna be honest, y'all. None of this is SHEDEUR's fault. It's his father's fault, man. His father made him like that. His father made him do it. It's not his fault, y'all. It's not his fault. Because I believe the guy's really humble, and I believe he a good dude. But I think his father made him do this shit. Put your chains on, son. Put these chains on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta appeal to the hood too, son. You know what I'm saying? You gotta appeal to the hood. Guess what I said? Then I said the other day, I said, you're going to see this pattern, y'all. Everybody is so brainwashed by fucking rap. Even football players want to look like rappers. Basketball players want to look like rap, but they don't understand rapper means idiot now. How long I've been telling y'all this, y'all? Rapper means weirdo. Rapper means raper. Rappers are not respected. So when your son looking like a rapper, he ain't respected, fool, because you look like you dealing with that rap energy. You look like you got that P. Diddy energy. You get it? You got that, you on that rap stuff. No, tone it down. How hard is it, y'all? Floss what you want on your own time. Why y'all always think the shit y'all do is accepted everywhere? That's for you. Your fuck shit is for your house, y'all. Your certain shit is for when you on your own time. When you on company time, you know damn well you don't do that. But see, y'all mind's for entertainment. You don't look at the NFL as a business. You look at it as a game. It's business, fool. So what job you work at? You work, I don't care if it's McDonald's. You gonna walk in there with a big ass chain, your biggest shit, like you balling in that bitch? No, y'all. It's called stupidity, man. Y'all don't get it. It's called humbling yourself. In this world, when you don't know how to be humble, you will get humbled. It's called humiliation. All right? That's what's happening to him. I told y'all before this shit started, I said his son ain't going first round. They're gonna shit on him. Because I've been hearing Deion bragging for the longest. And you know I got that proof. And we're gonna get into it. So you'll see the conspiracy of DeionSanders and SHEDEUR chasing the bag. All right? Went from this, go to that black college, manipulate that, then left. Also, do not forget the whole time they was in Jacksonville, they was in Mississippi, they was at Jackson State. They had dirty water crisis down there, and Brett Favre was being accused of taking the money. So I also think he went down there to take the heat off of Brett Favre. That's what I think. Because Brett Favre was being accused of taking the black people money, and at the same time, the black people had dirty money water. Yes. Wow, this is going on the whole time. Yes. The whole time. So when it was all said and done, Deion left, but we don't know nothing about that dirty water. I don't have no proof what he donated down there, what he gave them, what he did for them. All I know is he used that goddamn school for clout. That's all I know. Because he had no resume. Not no real one. Nope. I just do this for the kids. The kids. Anybody say the kids, that mean the bag. Deion said, I'm going to go get me 2 black kids. I'm going to get rich. I got mine. Get this boy Travis. I'm going to get rich. How you get rich off the whole shit? Voila. He went from this to what? Coach Prime got rich. He got the bag off the 2 youngins. Let's go. All right? No. Black, it will get money. That's what it means. The black card gets you rich, fool. Go to black HBCU. You push that black card. I'm going to help these black boys. Then you leave their ass and go get a big bag and help out Colorado. All right? No, they only went to Colorado because they needed them, y'all. They needed him to bring the circus. They needed him to bring some blackness because that other shit wasn't working. It was in the trash. Nobody wanted to go there. So they used Coach Prime to get people to go there. Get them some light. Get them something decent going. All right? That's what happened. Period. Now, like I said, this ain't got nothing to do with his son, but he raised his son, and his son is his reflection, and he taught his son to be like him. All right? It is also said he was arrogant. I heard him being arrogant. Yes, I did. I heard both of them being arrogant many times. Yes. And it was also said that his son was known to like scream on teammates and embarrass them in public and stuff like that. And what y'all don't understand about the NFL, it's a business, y'all. So the main thing is this: it's not just about your talent, it's about your fit, it's about the city you in, it's about what you bring with you. And a lot of teams, they might not want the circus, y'all, because once you look at it as a hip hopper, he might bring those hip hop fans, he might bring that type of crowd, man. Next thing you know, we got shootouts in the parking lot, all that other shit. Nah, we, you know what I'm saying? What I'm telling y'all is many different things. Well, guess what? All Shedeur had to do was just be on this. And I'm gonna show you, his ass got humble, but he should have just been humble from the beginning. And we're gonna look at everything I'm saying. All he had to do was come out humble, y'all. He had nothing to prove because he was already shining all year. He was already doing his thing. Everybody know he Deion's son, but they still had this extra shit. It was his dad, y'all. And then he kept putting God in everything. People don't want to hear that neither. People don't want to hear you putting God in everything, y'all, because it's corny now. That's another. Y'all use the black card and y'all always talking about God. Meanwhile, you always do it when you in trouble or to cover your flaws. See, when you get money from the people, you don't talk about God. You only talk about God when some shit ain't in your favor. Y'all keep doing the same shit for years and it's fucking old. It's old. So if you the guy drafted first, I said this last time, yo, using God, same shit. You was bragging about getting drafted first round. But when it failed, God got a plan for us. Bro, before that, you said you were getting drafted top 5. You ain't talking about God, didn't know. You were arrogant, bro. No, this is what all y'all been doing. Let's go. It's all going to be proven. So like I said, Deion was always a favorite. He was a favorite from back then. And the truth is, he was always a top athlete, but he was never like that deal. Like, meaning, today they'll make it like Coach Prime this dude. But see, a lot of y'all just got brainwashed by his peers. Yo, Deion, man. Deion. Deion was the man. Make it so bad, I had his rookie card too for Atlanta Falcons, yo. So what I'm telling you is, I've always been a sports fan. I knew about Deion as a little boy, man. But what I'm telling you is, he was always like this guy that was like an MC Hammer type of guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to also remember, that time we came out, you're going to see what was in style. And you'll see Deion had a little MC Hammer swag to him. Because MC Hammer was winning at that time. And that's the shit that was going on. So he was like a mix of like East Coast with LA. And he said himself, he was wearing all that gold because he knew the kids looked up to the drug dealers. And basically, you know, it was positive. He didn't want the kids looking up to the drug dealers. So that's why he would wear all the gold like a drug dealer. So that part, I respect him on that. But my point is, you know, he was never no street type of guy or no major, you know, black guy. Like, you know what I'm talking about? But as time went on and the black came, you know, they started going extra with it. When I've been telling y'all about Stephen A. and Shannon, what I said Stephen A. been toning that black stuff down on TV. Because in the other era, it was about that. It was about viewership. Hey, how black y'all got to act, how much slang y'all got to talk, it don't matter as long as y'all get them views. Hey, put your chain on. Whatever y'all got to do to get these views, just do what y'all got to do. And that's what went down, y'all. So my point is, Deion was always good, but y'all got to understand something. He taught his son to be like him. All right? But this is what they think about Deion to this day. Man, they making money off T-shirts of all your celebrities. Unknown faces getting rich off all of their ass. Online, too. Know what I'm saying? You still talking about race, but you ain't getting paid off none of this shit. Nope. Told you, man. Let's go. See? Draft day, y'all. That's his son on draft day. You see that chain he wore? Let's just be real, y'all. Why is his son walking around trying to look like a rapper? Even though he don't know rap is outlawed. Even though he don't know rapper's criminal element is outlawed. So anybody with a hip-hop street look, you outcasting yourself, y'all. That's for your own time. That's not for national TV at a draft. It's not for national TV at a draft. When they are locking people up, locking up cartels, locking up big-time drug dealers. When rap is on trial and you walk around looking like a rapper, y'all won't get it. See, that's y'all culture, but it's not. It's only our culture because we gave it to y'all. They gave you a culture through music, entertainment, and you still walking around like that's your real life, but it's not. And you don't understand that rapper means raper now. Rapper means drill. Somebody gonna die. Rappers not respected no more. Rappers are affiliated with baby oil, guys. Rap is considered for genocide acts. Nobody respects that. It's not a household respectable name no more. It's not nothing. So you want to be rap so much, you got to pick one. Do you want to be a football player or do you want to look like a rapper? Which one is it? Do you want to use the NFL for hip-hop clout? Are you going to play for the NFL and now all your rap friends and these rappers are coming to the games? Are you using the NFL for clout like Russell Wilson tried to? Okay, he don't have a career no more. You guys don't understand. None of y'all will be bigger than the NFL. Like they said, when Tom Brady retired, the NFL kept going like nothing happened because nobody is bigger than the NFL, and every chance they get, they will let you know that. I've been through that. All right? They would do it to anybody. They'll let you know. They're doing it to Aaron Rodgers right now. Aaron Rodgers, whatever, you ain't nobody. You're done. This league gonna go on without you. But Deion, he thought, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is my opinion. It's levels, right? See, Deion thought his plan was gonna work, y'all. He had media in pocket. Many media friends. Same thing with everybody else. LeBron, I heard my own eyes. I heard it for 2 years. Everybody down with Deion, nobody went against him. Everybody was with him. I listen to other sportscasters, they tell the truth. I told you, I don't listen to just all black people because you want to just get one story. I listen to the world. So when I listen to the world, I always get the full picture. So when I tell you, it's people that say this, they say that, or other people think like this because I don't just listen to black people, all right? Because they're going to always say the same shit. They're going to co-sign each other. They'll know damn well it's some shit they want to say. They can't say it because that's Deion. So even if I got a certain opinion, I can't say that's Deion. That's how they get down. So this will keep all y'all in these fake-ass worlds where you think people winning and they so perfect, but it's all a build-up to always get your feelings hurt. And guess what? Last year when they played in the playoffs, I made money off their ass. Why? Because I knew they had it set up where everybody's going to go with Deion and them. I bet against their ass. I bet against him twice past 3 and won off their shit because I know how the shit go. Sell the black hype and at the end, disappoint their ass. That's right. Because everybody be in on it. No. Let me show you the levels, y'all. This is how it went down. He finessed the junior college or the black college, then went to a real college, finessed, had his way, and then he tried to bring it to the NFL. And that's where his shit stopped. And that's what happened. So this was them letting him know, we don't care about none of that shit, Deion. We don't care about none of that. Oh, yeah, you said all this stuff about your son gonna get. Let me speed it up, y'all. I'm going to just give you the proof real quick. We're going to read this real quick. Coach Prime, he will be a top 5 pick. Where your son going? Ha, 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 ha. I got time today. Ha, 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 ha. See that? Huh? All right, then. That's called black, right? That's a black man, right? All right. Oh, that's y'all, right? No, it's called y'all always running your mouth. That's what. It's called y'all always talking even though you don't run shit. You don't run the NFL, how the hell you know he's going to get drafted? How do you know he's going to get drafted? Do you run the NFL? Well, this is what they saying. We're going to have to, just matter of fact, see, this how the shit work. Guess what? He might have going to go 5th. He might have was going to go top. But since you said that, to let you know you don't run shit. Because we see already, if you think you run shit before he drafted, we know if he get drafted, y'all going to be a problem. Then the bro said they said Coach Prime said his son ain't going to the Giants. And I say, bro, if he said that, oh, he definitely ain't getting drafted another day. So yesterday, 2 days straight, his ass didn't get drafted. Like I said he wasn't. Because they don't understand who runs shit. The New York Giants are NFL royalty. A lot of y'all don't know that. Huh? Y'all don't know that. You always hear about the Lombardi, but you don't know about Lombardi is a giant. Huh? You know about Bill Belichick? You don't know Bill Belichick is a giant. You know what I'm saying? Go way back. Giants is royalty to shit. That's right. Goes back, just like the Packers are. Certain teams are royalty in this thing. So it's like this. If he disrespected the Giants too, told my he don't want his son to go to the Giants, well, guess what? Now your son going to wait. Because the Giants was like a number 3 pick, something like that. Or now you're going to wait. You're going to be embarrassed. I'm not playing with y'all. I said it's not Shedeur's fault, y'all. It's not Shedeur's fault. It's his goddamn daddy. That's why, bro, you're supposed to be your own man now, man. The old heads, their advice don't work no more. All right, they from an old time. This shit does not work. Their time is from when black was the favorite. Yes, it was. Black was at the top money making cash cows. Them days over with. Meaning nobody is kissing nobody's ass no more. They only kiss y'all ass because y'all was the number 1 cash cow. You see everybody trillionaires and billionaires? That's because of y'all. All right? We kiss y'all ass. They kiss y'all ass to become billionaires and trillionaires. They don't got to kiss your ass no more. And if you've been paying attention, That's why I watch the draft. Every year it's drafts of people from all over. I read their last names. I read all that. Y'all don't understand. It's been people here raised up the past 20 years. They the ones in favor now. That's right. They know how to do the same thing you do. They know how to talk like you, play like you. They more athletic than you, and they've been studying your ass, and they the favor now. And I ain't gonna say nothing. All right? No, you Negroes from the 80s and 90s were used to make everybody rich, to build up these brands, build up these leagues. We let y'all do whatever y'all want to keep it going. Black viewership was so important in the 80s, 90s, when all blacks around the world had families sitting in their house watching their TV. Y'all was so important with this damn market, this TV thing. Y'all were raised on TVs. Y'all taught to love TVs. For your grandmother, grandfather, we had so much shit on TV for y'all. It was called the Black Experience because it was all about y'all. Y'all even had your own channel made. And we didn't hear nothing about racism then at all. So ask a question, y'all. How do we hear more about racists in the 2000s than we heard in the 80s and 90s? When Michael Jackson was doing this shit, I don't remember hearing a lot about racism. That's why I say, when I was a kid, I ain't hear about all that racism shit. Not like that, nope. There would be little stuff happening, but that's about it. But I also came up in a time where I grew up in a time where blacks are beating up whites. So I'm gonna be real with you. All right. Because when I was young, it was people, teenagers were beating up white boys. And I was with blacks that were racist, beating up white people. So that's why I say I know different things from what y'all know. I seen the times change. I know black was on top. You couldn't tell them shit. And at the same time, blacks was actually beating whites' ass. I remember that shit like yesterday. That was called the 90s, fool. The 90s. All right? It happened already. Meaning that racism shit been was dead. No, it's called a system. And somehow the people that talk about racism, they still be on these what? White systems. All right? They want to talk about racism, but they still want what? White dollars. All right? And I got to use the race card for the people that don't get it. All right? That's all it is, y'all. It's always been about the green. So, Deion, back when it was cool to be black, when hip-hop was first taking off, we had LL Cool J, MC Hammer, Run DMC, all this hip-hop rap stuff was the biggest in the world, the Fresh Prince. We let all y'all be like rappers because y'all brought the money and the revenue. Y'all brought the hip-hop crowd through viewership, ticket sales. Back then, y'all went to games. Nowadays, y'all don't go to no damn games, so stop it. Y'all don't go to baseball games. Y'all don't go to basketball games. Y'all don't go to football games. Y'all have not been to games for 10 years straight. Y'all don't go nothing. Y'all don't do shit but be on internet. You don't go to Great Adventures. You don't do nothing. So why you keep crying? But you want the money. But you know damn well you guys don't do the stuff you used to do no more. You don't shop no more. That's why the mall's closing. A lot of stuff y'all don't do no more. Y'all used to be the number one shoppers. Y'all used to be the number one consumers. Y'all used to be the number one home purchasers. Y'all not no more. We don't have to cater to y'all on no TVs because y'all not winning no more. We don't have to influence y'all because y'all already brainwashed. Everything we got to do now on this TV is for the new people. It's that simple. Everything is for new people, and the new people are going to see y'all get embarrassed. That's what's going to happen. So when they walk around society, they're going to know that them people, they're about fourth class now. Something like that. I'm going to tell you what it is. No. You getting foot up, people getting foot up their ass, y'all, for talking too much. Talking. That's why. This is why this is happening. Too much talking. Maybe the same people y'all was talking about on Instagram and Facebook, maybe the same ones that's sticking it to your ass. All right? Since you always disgruntled, always crying, complaining, I think they sticking it to everybody, man. That's what I think. But like I said, when you don't depend on their systems, you don't even care. Because I don't care. I don't need nobody. I don't need them for shit. I don't need nobody for nothing. Hey, if I'm a suffer, I'll suffer. I'll be all right. See, I ain't got to cry. They going to cry. Why? Because shit ain't in their favor. That's why. All right? So it's Deion's fault. Deion tried to make his son just like him. But he didn't understand. This ain't 89, bro. If you were smart, Deion, just like you did the same thing LeBron did, y'all bragged on y'all kids before they actually had a chance to do their own thing. So I'm going to show you how they ruined it. And I'm going to keep showing y'all. They're from the same era where all they know is money. These are the black men. When they were young, they always wanted the lifestyle of white people. They always wanted that gated community. They had nothing but white heroes on the screen. You don't get the psychological effects of these black guys born in a certain era. When they born in them 60s, bro, they raised in the 70s. They only vision of success was that TV with white people. Bro, we wasn't raised like that. My only vision of success was not white people. I see my own family. All right? I see my father. My shit wasn't like them. All right? I grew up different from them. They grew up poor, and the only way they saw success was on goddamn TV with white people. So they kept that mentality as they got older and learned their blackness, where they wanted to live like white people but still be cool with black people. And the only way to do that is you got to talk black talk, you got to study black college shit, and you still try to be, that's what they come from, y'all. You will see that it's with all of them. Him, Shannon Sharpe, Jay-Z, Diddy, they all the same people. Because they're from a certain era, y'all. It's from a certain mentality. Y'all don't get it. Where they are used, when you're used to going to these people, you get a check, because my name deionsanders. I'm about to go get me a check. My name deionsanders. I'm about to get my son in the NFL. They used to that shit for so long, but now it's, hold it, stop. They're like, oh shit. Because like I said, it's cool when it's other people, but you never thought it happened to you. So when it happened to you, oh, racism. Oh shit, it's some other shit. No, it ain't, man. You just getting dealt with. You're going to deal with it because you did this, Deion. Deion, why did you let your son wear this big-ass chain? So guess what, y'all? This the first day of the draft. He put on his biggest chain that he was already bragging about, and they made his ass stand there just like that all fucking night. Yes, they did. They made his ass stand there just like that all night, y'all. That fool was standing with a coat and a chain, and they did that shit on purpose, y'all, like I knew they was. We're going to prove it. First of all, let's go, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. Just going to show y'all, man, what the world's saying. Remember I told you on this channel, people that talk like that, white folk, black folk. Remember I told you about them, right? Let's go. White folk will always try to humble rich black people. Your wealth or celebrity as a black man doesn't matter in a patriarchal society founded by white men. Deion Sanders can't swag or prime time his way out of his blackness versus a white organization built on racism. See this shit? This is what y'all idiots use. This is what y'all use the internet for. I told you. Y'all the most miserable, driest people. That's why they say y'all suffer from loneliness the most. They say y'all got the most fucking destroyed bodies because y'all are the most miserable. Y'all are actually imploding. See? 2025, y'all. This was on the internet. The internet is for making money, networking, doing great things. When you're on the internet, there's no limit to your life, what you could do. But you're going to see these miserable people, this is what they do. White folk and black folk. Told you, man. Told you. What the fuck is that? Still talking about white folk, black folk. Sound to me like a color purple conversation. Then you want to know why nobody respect you, because you're the only idiot still talk like that. White folk, black folk. Keep it going. Keep it going, slave. Keep it going. Huh? Now let's break this slave down. White folk always try to humble rich black people. Maybe because rich black people always arrogant, running their big ass mouth. Okay then. No, rich people are humble that's really rich. Black people don't know how to act when they get money. Dumb it. Then you ain't accepting the fact, only way black man rich, he get money from white man, idiot. That's why I say, people that talk like that, white folk, black folk, they don't get it. No, white folk always try to humble rich black people, but you ain't saying white folk are the one that make black people rich, dickhead. You're idiots, you're dummies. I'm done with this shit. I think after this tomorrow, I'm done with this stuff, y'all. All right? But I want y'all all to see it. So when you be running your mouth, you'll see how stupid you sound. Because you're so focused on racism, you're not paying attention. White folk always try to humble rich black people. Question is, how the fuck is it a such thing called rich black people? Where the money come from? Or why it just can't be black folks always try to get the money and then do what the fuck they want to do. It's no different at the job. You come in humble. Yes, sir. You talk so perfect. You do everything correct. You show yourself that you're so smart. You do everything humble. You a good worker. I'm not even talking about no slave shit. You represent yourself good. You very articulate. You smile. You humble. You just do what you got to do. Everybody got love for you. But as soon as you get to a certain level, what happens? Every time. Somebody gonna show their ass, right? So I'm feeling themselves, right? They was working the fries, now they manager. They feeling themselves, right? All right then. They was on the floor like you at the call center. Now they supervise a new cubicle. Now they done some other shit, right? All right, and y'all been doing that shit for years. The thing is, nobody give a fuck about this shit. All right, nobody care about your shit. I'm telling you what it is. Because the truth is, it's the ones that need the white man always talking about what the white man doing. All right, so look, white folks always trying to humble rich black people. Your wealth or celebrity as a black man doesn't matter in the pit. Man, this shit sound dumb as hell. See how it sound like slave talk? See how it sound like slave talk? See? Black, white organization built on racism. All right. If the NFL is racist, asshole, how did Deion Sanders become rich off the NFL? If all of these black men walking around are rich from the NFL, how y'all still saying the NFL racist? What I'm trying to tell you is, Shannon Sharpe got rich off the NFL. Deion Sanders got rich off the NFL. Ocho Cinco got rich off the NFL, and they all black as hell. But you still want to talk about racism. I didn't know racist people make you rich. I didn't know that. Maybe you just don't know about business, and all you know is race. Maybe you didn't know there's no such thing as getting rich when you just dealing with one race. But then again, you know that shit. That's why you ain't never in your life worked for nobody black and been successful. So stop it. You ain't never worked for nobody black and paid your fucking bills. So stop it. Stop it. Anybody that work for somebody black and pay their bills, holler at me in the chat, curse me out right now. Huh? You ain't never in your life worked for nobody black and paid your bills. And if you did, I bet you ain't do that shit for 2 years straight. So stop it. You in fantasy land, y'all. No. You show me somebody successful black, 9 times out of 10, I show you somebody white behind that. 9 times out of 10. All right? Let's go. Especially with celebrity. So why am I saying that, y'all? Because I'm showing you now the brag campaign that was going on. And when I kept telling you, Shannon Sharpe kept using his platform to help his friends win. But he don't know. Everybody he got involved with, he was rubbing people the wrong way. Deion Sanders was talking shit on his platform, grandstanding. And then Shannon would have him coming back. Because this one I've been to, Shannon needed views. They been needed views. Because when Shannon and Ocho started their show on their own, I know content, when they got to start keep getting on these guests, that means their views going down. And that's what they've been doing. So, like I said, all these guys was doing was pinging each other. Ping, ping, ping. Keep the narrative going. You watch Club Shay Shay. Oh, Shaq. Oh, man. Coach Prime. Shedeur going number one. Shedeur going number one. He going number one. You believe all these black niggas. You believe all these black niggas. You don't listen to nobody else. You don't know shit. Okay. You code the narrative. Let's go. Meanwhile, all people listening. Okay. Shannon, this is why your ass off TV, bro. All right? Y'all were trying to deal with monopolies. Let's go. See that? Coach Prime keeps it real. But Dave Chappelle Ben did a video called what, y'all? When keeping it real goes wrong. I guess they didn't see it, y'all. They didn't see it. Shit was 20 years ago. When keeping it real, they still talk about, I'm going to keep it real. They didn't see that bitch say that shit so much. I'm going to keep it real. I keeps it real. That bitch ended up in jail. Because I keeps it real. They were showing you. They showed us back then. That keep it real shit, y'all was going to fail. Ain't no such thing as y'all keeping it real. Y'all bogus as fuck anyway. How the hell you going to keep it real when you got a fake-ass history? You still go by that shit. Huh? How the hell you going to keep it real when you still believe in fake shit? Come on now. They don't even know racism was made up. That's why to this day, there's only one people still screaming out racism. Might be two. Maybe one person. I'm talking about the whole fucking world. Yeah. Anyway, let's go, y'all. No. It's other forms of racism, y'all. But this ain't it. This is called, why you Negroes didn't get through your head, y'all should have built your own shit by now. How about that? NFL just went over 50th anniversary. That's how long they've been making blacks rich, guys. The question is, why don't these rich guys build nothing? Nobody want to take responsibility for failure, y'all. It's the truth. It's the truth, y'all. Back in the day, was it not a baseball Negro league? They were poor back then. What about now? All this money. They couldn't have a minor league team. They couldn't have a league where it's still a legitimate pipeline, where their league is so official that everybody from their league then they make it to the pros. They couldn't do that. No, y'all don't want to make no excuses. Meaning y'all want to make excuses, but this the real truth, y'all. None of their ass wanted to invest their money into no shit. I keep telling y'all that. That's why I keep repeating certain things. When you getting money from people, that means you ain't got to invest shit. And that's what they do. When Jay-Z got $1 billion because he went 20 years and he didn't invest shit, but just do partnerships, he never really put his money up. He didn't put $500 million into some shit. That's what the real rich people do. They put $500 million out their pocket. They put $300 million up. They put out 200 million, say match me. That's what the real ones do. They don't do that. They go to, hey, can I get a bag? Can I get some money? And they come in my face and floss on me. I got the bag. We winning. We winning. We got the bag. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. Man, it's black. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Talking this shit. Man, you do it over. I see you do it over. I see you shining over there, man. You doing your thing. That's all they did for years, y'all. Nobody want to accept the fact that these people are still incompetent with business, man, and leadership. Only way they know leadership is organization of marching. When it comes to business leadership, they can't do that. Only thing they know how to do is be fake ass mentors, but they can't mentor themselves. They cannot sit at a round table, with blueprints on that table, staffing teams from all these all this shit, but they cannot build nothing. And nobody stopped none of their ass from building a 15-minute city or their own Wakanda or their own Disneyland. Everybody stopped them from doing shit. They ain't do nothing. So I don't want to hear it no more, y'all. I don't want to hear it no more. They're your heroes because you ain't had no parents and no family. Anybody raised in the system, you fucking love celebrities. I'm just going to be real with you. All right? He had his son wearing fake ass hair, all that. Trying to do what? Look hood. What Bronny tried to do? Look hood. Where they was wearing braids and dreads in the hood. But they good boys. But they listened to their dad. But their daddies didn't tell them. Son, when I came out, that's when hip hop was the shit. Jay-Z was on top. See? The black people was on top. It was great. But see, now, son, you got to tone it down a little bit. Just be low-key, man. And that's it. Let your son, see, LeBron, you supposed to shine up your son by his works. When Bronny come in so humble, everybody knows his dad a billionaire. He's so humble, though. Anything Bronny did would have been accepted because he's just so humble. He could have did this, he could have did that, but he ain't do that. Bronny ain't try to flex power even though his dad rich, he humble. No, LeBron, you messed it up for that boy. You got him embarrassed. You put him out there. You said he better than the bench. Now, DEION, you did the same thing. Did the same shit. Arguing on Twitter, arguing online with people laugh. And mind you, y'all, he's talking to parents. He will be, my son, he will be picked top 5. Where your son going? I got time today. Told you. What I kept telling y'all, all they did was play online all day, talking shit, getting money. What I keep telling y'all, do y'all think rich elite people respect this stuff? You don't understand. You guys been studied. We learned that you people, from y'all rich to y'all poor people, somehow y'all love to fuck out these apps and all y'all do is just talk shit all day. That's all y'all do. Sit. Y'all actually love these apps more than everybody. So you will actually be screaming racism on a white man's application. Yes, you will. Because you're so stupid. That's why. Yep. You will talk all this racist shit, but you won't start your own nothing. All you guys want to do is type, talk, shop, take pictures, and that's it. But you did it for so long, you play it out now. That's the part you're not getting. All right? It's not about you. When you bragging, talking about he going to get picked top 5, you going to wait till the 3rd round now. It's Saturday. That shit was Thursday. His ass didn't get drafted yet. He didn't get drafted yet at all. What am I showing you? The affiliations of SHARPE and Mr. Deionsanders. Can you see how many times he went on his show? Maybe that's also part of his failure. Just so happened, the same week Shannon get in trouble, your son gets embarrassed, DEION, and you. It's really to embarrass you, DEION. Just so happened, the same as that week, y'all getting embarrassed. I know what's going on. I let them say sleep. No, this all is the same thing. This is SHEDEUR now. His ass humble, y'all. He was humble yesterday. Guess what? This is how he should have came out the first day, but he still don't got to wear his damn hat backwards. And I get it. What job you going to go to with your hat backwards, y'all? Since a lot of y'all don't get it. Only way you don't get that, your ass never had a job or you never worked anyway. So you don't get it anyway. Who else in their job like that? No, they looking at you. Y'all like you don't respect NFL. Y'all don't respect NFL as a business. Y'all still think it's a monkey hood show. You think it's a monkey college show. It's not. It's the NFL. It is shown around the world. And NFL TV of application. They have people in London watching now. They play in Brazil. They go to Mexico. It is all around the world, but you guys think it's about you. But you won't get it. We're played in other countries now. That's it. So, have the decency to come in respectful and humble as a regular, like everybody else. No, you wearing your hat backwards like you on the block. Never been on the block a day in your life, never sold drugs, never bust a gun. But since hip-hop was cool and it made money, your daddy taught you to be cool as possible. So you got your hat on backwards. See that? But it's really called you got your thinking cap on backwards. It really means you're stupid. But you don't know that still. You still don't know that still. No, you still didn't understand everywhere y'all was raised with to make you like a damn fool in 2025. That's it. You don't get it. Let's go. See that? Humble. This called humble, y'all. Oh, let me show you arrogant. Huh? Flexing. Because I told you they were flexing. He flexing all the different chains he got. Flexing. Who he flexing on? The kids that just made it. The kids that's not rich like him. Flexing on the parents. They can't afford that for their kids. Already in stone, been saying, I'm going to the pros. I'm going to the pro. I know I'm about to be in the pro. I know I'm going first round. Well, I'm selling shine. I know I'm going first round straight. Good, daddy. Yeah, that's what they were pushing, y'all. Meanwhile, everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. Everybody, somehow y'all don't forget. It's a lot of stuff about technology y'all dummies don't comprehend. Y'all don't comprehend that somebody's always watching y'all and somebody's always listening. But you always online putting your business on there, trying to show somebody else. But you keep forgetting everybody that's watching y'all is not on your side. That's you didn't get yet. That's why the internet was your destruction. I kept telling you. Well, did I tell you everything they do on the internet, they're gonna counter it? This also one of them. You ran on the internet running your mouth. What's gonna happen? They made sure it didn't happen. Guess what? Y'all still don't know the magic. Y'all don't know the magic of this internet still. Still don't know that still. All right? No, y'all don't get it. We already know you rich. Why you got to brag? When you come in public to the game, dummy, where you chained in, you're going to get taken pictures anyway. Why do y'all always have to show up every day? Huh? You show off shit. You floss on all the blacks that's struggling that you don't help. But there's no word for this. You can't say racism, is it? Okay, then. This is called he wasn't humble, right? Bragging. They thought they had it, right? Okay. See, your po ass still ain't frustrated when people be flossing $250,000 in your face. Ha, I got a $250,000 chain. You motherfuckers still hungry. Y'all getting evicted. Y'all dying out there. You still don't get it, do you? Huh? You don't get it, do you? Let's go. Let's go. Because like I said, like father, like son. He's only getting this because of his dad. 1 chain. See that chain? 2 chains. See that chain? Different chains. 3 chain pieces. See that? After all that shit, his ass got embarrassed on this day. Yesterday, after 2 days of getting dragged, he was like this. See, he toned it down. But guess what, y'all? He could have came out like that his first day. Them little diamond. And that's a lot of money right there. That's all diamonds. He could have just came out like that. And guess what? He wouldn't look like no. You know what I'm saying? No, y'all. This is the stick of the DEION. DEION was talking so much shit throughout the year to reporters, y'all haters, all this shit he was saying, y'all. Shedeursanders was not selected in the second round of the 2025 draft. Also, this means his stock is down. This also means he's not getting a big bag, y'all. Yup, he's not getting a big bag. Nope. Because his dad, he don't need it. He's rich anyway. So let's go. DEION, you know damn well you're trying to live to your son, bro, because your money was shrinking. All right? Let's go back to this real quick to keep everybody who just tapped in. All right? This is what Coach Prime was doing. This is what Coach Prime came up with his plan. You want to see, I keep telling y'all, man, in the pandemic, everybody came up with a gimmick to get rich. In the pandemic, Coach Prime had a plan. He wasn't Coach Prime then. He was still Deionsanders. But see, y'all wasn't watching Deion when he was on the NFL Network. He was on the NFL Network for 10 years. Y'all was not talking about no Deionsanders. But see, when he came up with that gimmick and turned into that hip-hop coach called Coach Prime, that was it, y'all. Got him. The show began. The show began, y'all. And I watched it all. I've been talking about this shit. Been exposed the whole truth and left it alone. That's right. The monkey show began. DEION, Coach Prime. Every time they play, I bet against their ass and they lost. I want money off their ass because I said, yo, they selling them blacks all them dreams. Coach Prime. No, y'all, it was a show. Colorado was in the trash. They couldn't get no viewerships. They wasn't winning. I think before he came, there was like 1 in 10, some bullshit. They were irrelevant, but he had to bring the show. He was sanctioned to bring the show, though. They told him, bring the show, bring them rappers. And that's what happened. They became popular, but it had nothing to do with winning. Meanwhile, they were being judged as what? Hip hoppers. So, DEION, we saw what y'all did at Colorado. Now, it's not about your son playing. We don't want you to bring that shit to our team. You will not make our team a hip-hop circus. DEION, you're not going to use our team to brand your shit. You ain't going to brand yourself. Also, I forgot to load the shit up. They named deionsanders. They also did KFC, Colonel Sanders commercials. Yes, they did. All right? No, DEION, they don't want the show. I heard people saying it. They don't want the show. They said it ain't just about him, it's the show. And they said y'all arrogant. Your son just knew he was in top choice. He just knew he was top 5 because of you. You gas your son up. What Ryan Clark say from the Steelers? He has to show up hungry, humble, and ready to work. And I 100% believe he will. See that? But he didn't do that, y'all. He didn't do that. All right? They're not humble. Only thing destroying them, they're not humble. So they had to get humbled. And that's what happened. They got embarrassed, y'all. He had to stand around all night. We just heating up, y'all. We just heating up on this Saturday. All right? But like I said, just so happened, the worst week of all weeks, Shannon Sharpe gets in trouble. Meanwhile, guess what? Shannon Sharpe platform is the main platform Coach Prime was using to talk his talk. So whenever he was bragging or going at somebody, he was doing it on Club Shay Shay. And Club Shay Shay endorsed it. Yes. Because DEION, he tried to manipulate ESPN. They say he's mad, y'all, because ESPN kept promoting his son to be top choice, but it didn't pan out that way. So I think he thought in his mind he had ESPN in pocket and he had all this shit in his favor, but I think they all told on his ass and it didn't work like that. It went against him. Yes, y'all. I really think he believed he had some shit manipulated and it didn't work. Yes, they got exposed, y'all. I swear to God they did. Yes, they did. And you're going to see it's all in the same week as Shannon. All in the same week. Guess what else, y'all? Nobody believes Shannon. I heard him talking about it. They even said there's no such thing as him placing the defamation case. Shannon is put on the stunt, y'all. They getting exposed, their whole generation. Told you. You go look at all their ages, you're going to see Shannon, DEION, Jay-Z, all of them, Diddy, all around the same age. You're going to see all of them from the same era. They're the same type of people. That's right. That's right. But you're going to also see what? They all getting dealt with. What else? They all both got big mouths, right? Big ass mouth. Because they from the era where the big ass mouth was cool, y'all. It's not cool no more. Especially not from them. Not from them at all. So look. Let's go. See now, after this embarrassment, y'all, nobody believes him. I'm watching TMZ. They breaking the whole shit down like they said. It wasn't a good move, Shannon having that stuff drop. And like Shannon said, played a whole 10 minutes and not just 30 seconds. But like everybody know is, Shannon, you basically what happened is Shannon Ben knew what time it was. He knew he had some shit coming at him, y'all, and he tried to jump in front of it. That's why he was releasing all these texts and all that. He was trying to get in front of it and make it look like, and it's another part of that story that TMZ showed. When he said, because I might didn't catch it, when he said something about choking her, she said something like, I don't want you to do that. She gave a response back like, she gave a response back like, oh, he's just cool, this dude ain't playing. Like, I don't want you to do that. And it's in the conversation. So like I said, y'all, what'd he do? What's the first thing he did, y'all? What made him look embarrassing? Tony Busby. He has it out for black men. He went for people like Jay-Z. Told y'all, man. Guess what, Shannon? Your black card didn't work. And it was embarrassing to hear those white men break this shit down. And even they had to say that shit, man. That shit ain't got nothing to do with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's sad for you to say that. You know how much white people are tired of hearing y'all use the black card every time y'all get in trouble? Because the white people that pay y'all, they know goddamn well what y'all be doing. They know damn well y'all don't do shit for black people. Y'all fuck off and do a lot of fuck shit. They know y'all whole shit. And they say, you know what they say? These guys get in trouble. They still use the black card. Even though these bastards know goddamn well they love white pussy. All right then. No, you got embarrassed, you finished. Just so happened the same week as who? Your friends. Like I said, y'all, this is not SHEDEUR's fault. It's all his father's fault. But guess what? He got to go with it. like I said before, I been knew they was arrogant when he was wearing diamond chains playing in college. Shining for the TV, both of them. Look at that. Coach Prime got on diamonds. Y'all, what is that supposed to be? I'm going to tell you what it is. In Deion Sanders' mind, this is what you got to do to get the black viewership. To get the money, son, you got to get those blacks. That's what all this shit was about, y'all. They think in your mind, y'all, you still attracted to people that wear gold chains, and you so poor, you still look at the people that look better than you or got more shit than you. They think you, they really believe that, y'all. See, when they pay them all the millions to get you to watch, he got to get you to watch. So if me and son got to put on these chains, and I got to start this Coach Prime shit to get these viewers up, that's what's going to happen. And you're going to buy it every time. The difference is the NFL didn't buy that shit. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. The NFL didn't buy that shit. So they crying now, y'all. ESPN lies. He said, now what? It's a conspiracy. No. Look how many times you ran your mouth, bro. And just what happened, guess what? Deion, you kept running your mouth on the worst platform to do it on. Because I told you, they kept trying to keep all that black stuff going, y'all. They kept trying to. Y'all don't understand, if the world is diverse and y'all are still all black, you're actually saying you're not willing to deal with other people. You still think it's about you. You're setting a bad example. That's what they're saying. So what they really be telling y'all, since y'all always so black, why y'all don't start your own black stuff? Because if any other race get on their own shit, you're going to say they're racist. But the difference is everybody else got their own businesses or their own shit. Y'all don't. Y'all the biggest talkers. That's why y'all got the biggest mouths, because you don't back it up. When you talk and back it up, that's not a big mouth. But see, y'all talk a lot, because when the camera's on, y'all the only ones have to front in front of your people. So you have to always put on these roles of success and how much y'all winning. Also, you must always deflect so the people will never figure out that you guys actually didn't do shit for them in 30, 20 years. And the only way y'all show your face is when there's some money involved for y'all. That's it. You only come in their face when you want to make money. That is it. And when you don't make money, you shall scream racist. Both situations. Shannon situations, racist. Deion, racist. Even though they both became millionaires off of who dollars. No, racism must be used. I don't want to be embarrassed. I'm not going to accept the fact I got my ass embarrassed running my mouth. I'm not going to tell them I'm not going to come to them people and say, you know what? My bad, y'all. I shouldn't have ran my mouth like that, man. I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to say that my big ass mouth costing my son the first round draft pick. I'm not going to say that. Hell no. I'm not going to say that. I told the world my son would get drafted first, and I even laughed at parents. No. Before I say that shit, man, I say that shit with racism. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's a racist, man. Shit. They just doing it because SHEDEUR black, man. See that? No, man. You're the most double-talking hypocrite, and everybody know it. So I'm telling you for a reason. It's not his fault, but you're going to pay attention to what happened. You listen to dumb people that don't get it. They stuck in the old era, y'all. They didn't get what era it is. Shannon Sharpe didn't get what era it is. People won't even understand that Shannon Sharpe actually is a habitual prostitute buyer. All right? Because remember, when his phone leaked, OnlyFans, Shannon Sharpe showed us he's a OnlyFans habitual shopper. But he want to give people advice. And Coach Prime, you were on his platform many times talking smoke, not knowing Shannon has so many enemies. Y'all all have enemies. Everybody that's winning, they're in good graces. So let's go. Let's go. Me watching and enjoying SHEDEUR Sanders falling in the NFL draft, knowing Deion is losing his mind, thinking he would have hoodwinked NFL teams with his son's stat pattern. He also sucks as a leader, and that's why he fall out the first round. That's why he fell. Hey, how about that jersey retirement? Why? Because Deion Sanders was bragging, saying his son's jersey should be retired in college. He was saying, my son needs to be retired. Basically, he was the best thing ever came into school. He did a lot for this school. My son's jersey should be retired. And he going first round draft pick. Meanwhile, he's embarrassed. And then a lot of people don't want to tell the truth because they don't want to get canceled by black people. So they ain't going to say nothing. They just, I know it. So I heard people saying shit. I know certain people that talk like that. Meaning, I know all the sports people that tell the truth, but they're not famous. So I know to listen to. So I be getting the word on what's really going down behind the scenes. All right. So behind the scenes is this. Deion Sanders' disappointed reaction when his son SHEDEUR goes undrafted in the first round. That's right. It went for not the first round, y'all. He didn't get drafted the second round. Embarrassed. They say Deion Sanders was so embarrassed, he called the president, y'all. That's what they said. But guess what? The president had to pop out and take up for Deion and his son. Yes, he did. They see, dog. Remind you, Deion raised his kids so that people can't blame. Nope, they can't blame Deion's ex. They were under their dad's influences. Because you know what he understood? Thanks, C-Dub. He had a plan. He understood he can make money off his kids, y'all, with this social media shit. That's why he got the KFC commercial. When he first started popping off, he had a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial with him and his daughters, his whole family and that shit. The Sanders family, Colonel Sanders. That shit got him endorsements, all of that, y'all. I peeped it. I'm telling you, you're going to see they all did it, y'all. That all the celebrities did it. Y'all just didn't know that. Because y'all didn't know about monetization. They made sure all their kids' pages were monetized. And they understood that, I can get paid off my kids. So sooner, when he was doing this, y'all, he was a nobody. Nobody. He was somebody to me because I know about Deion. I watch NFL Network. But if you don't have it on cable, you ain't never been watching no damn Deion. Because his ass is only on cable. And a lot of y'all know damn well you ain't on cable. So you didn't even know what Deion was doing. His ass was doing this for 10 years straight. He came up with the Coach Prime as a way to get paid, y'all, off his kids. And rebrand his family. So I ain't going to knock him for that. Because he know all of these celebrities that had old money knew one thing. After the pandemic, y'all, they would have been finished. Because the pandemic was to crash businesses. Then we see businesses close. From Victoria's Secret to Radio Shack, Bath and Body, we seen businesses close. Stocks crashed in the pandemic, y'all. Which means humans crashed. Their old money was not built to last for this new world. That's why you're going to see every single old celebrity over 50 had to go back to work. Before 2020, half of them you didn't see like that. They were just chilling. They had to work. I'm telling you what happened. See, before the world was set up where Deion money was good, and he can do this for an extra check and be good, pay your bills. But this shit wasn't enough no more. Y'all know money went up, things changed. Blacks started getting laid off, fired. So they got into a panic. He became a coach. He knew he had to establish himself here to get the money. This was to establish himself to get the money. Because it already broke down. When he went to Colorado, he branded those shades. He branded a cowboy hat. He got his Nike sneaker back in order. He got his deal with Nike back. He got money off that. He did KFC. He had Aflac commercials. This shit brought him back a lot of money. And his son had endorsement deals. They got rich. They got rich already. And it was all because of this. Because right here, Deion wasn't getting no money, y'all. He was just doing this. He was just getting it like that. Nobody was talking about Deion Sanders at all, y'all. Y'all know everybody was talking about Stephen A. and Shannon and everybody else. The whole time Shannon, Stephen A, Skip winning, Deion was doing this shit right here, y'all. It's just the truth. Then Coach Prime brought his ass back. He what? Rebranded. You get it? That's all he did. So it was about the rebrand of his kids and getting paid off the future generation. When he sat back and said, damn, they gave Patrick Mahomes $500 million. Shit, when I was playing, we wasn't even getting that kind of money. Yo, son, we getting that money, man. Son, you see that money Mahomes got, son? That's what you gonna get. Mahomes got $500 million. Man, son, we didn't get that back then. And the quarterback getting $5 million. Son, we gonna get this money. Get it? Deion was smart. He said, we're gonna get this money. He said, I'm gonna make more money off my son than I made off my whole career. Because the money different. And he stuck to it. His coaching got him what? He just got a what? $50 million deal? Something like that. Deion just renewed his books. He just got a new deal. Might be 100. He got something big. Yeah, off his son and Travis Hunter. That's right. It was a gimmick to get rich, and it worked. Deion got his money, and it worked. So look, Now look, y'all, boom, this is what I'm saying. The whole time his son was practicing playing, he should have just toned all this shit down. He didn't have to do this shit. Everybody know you rich. Just be humble as possible, bro. Slide through the door, then do your thing. Because you was putting judgment on yourself. You made them stereotype you as your father and a rapper. Because rapper means weirdo. Rappers are not respected, bro. Rapper mean idiot. Ask John Moran, he listen to NBA Youngboy. When you look like this, bro, they think you stupid. They think you got the criminal profile of a man that smokes weed, deals with guns. Your friends are idiots. They go to jail. This is the stereotype you're creating. Or this is the people you're going to bring to the show, to the concert, to the goddamn game. They don't want that type of people. This is why it is outlawed. I kept telling you, the streets outlawed, rap outlawed. It just is not going to be a commercial to tell you. You're going to keep seeing how anybody dealing with street element, look, activity is going to be disrespected. You're going to keep seeing it. What up, AI? It's like these celebs be sabotaging their kids' career. That's what they be doing, y'all, because they think it's back in the day. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son is acting right now. If I asked y'all what show is he in, most of y'all would know. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son is acting right now as we speak. You ain't gonna know because they like for their kids to establish themselves. Then on the back end, when they son make it or their child's daughter makes it, then they'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I go. If my child fail or make it, it'll be because of them, not because of me. You roll like that. Step on people's toes. Give my son a job. That's you. That's you. And whole time your son an idiot. Whole time there's no proof your son even can read like that if he's smart like that. Because a lot of these rich kids that's given everything, a lot of times they don't fucking go to school. So you gonna tell me SHEDEUR went to school from 1st grade to 12th grade? But you don't understand that when these rich kids go to school, these teachers pass them anyway, they ain't gonna fail them. They don't be as smart as you think they are. So sometimes that is actually why their parents gotta talk for their ass. Because they even they know their parents, their kids ain't that street smart. They're not that smart, period. How we know that? Well, when you're a rich kid, first of all, you was raised in a mansion your whole life. Your whole life was raised in a mansion. What do they really know, y'all? What do they know? What do they know about the real world? What do they know about the real world, y'all? What do they know about anything that's not in their favor, does not go their way? What do they know about that? What do they really know about man-on-man human adversity? If he had to talk himself for an interview, could he do it? We don't know that, do we? If Bronny had to sit down and talk for himself, could he do it? When you're 20 years old plus and everything been given to you or scripted, y'all, they don't really know so much. And you're going to see his dad embarrassed him. His dad embarrassed him. Do you see the pattern? Do you see the complexion for the connection? Okay, then. It's a reason for this shit. It ain't got nothing to do with no racism. It got to do with arrogance, y'all. Arrogance and stupidity. And the stupidity is they won't accept the fact that they will no longer finesse these corporations for money no more. It is proven facts they're not businessmen. And it also a proven fact, no matter what they do, they're just going to be entertainers. They're going to talk a lot of shit. They're going to buy a lot of shit. And that's all they're going to ever do. And then come back for a re-up on the contract. Meanwhile, it's not going down like that no more. They're not giving y'all money for nothing. So that's why they're getting embarrassed. But we ain't finished yet. We just getting started. We're just getting started, all right? Let's go. Let's go to the main bread and butter now. It is said Deion Sanders got so much embarrassed, he had to call the NFL. All right? That's what they're saying. Not the NFL, he had to call the president. Excuse me. What is wrong with NFL owners? Are they stupid? Deion Sanders was a great college football player and even greater in NFL. He's also a very good coach, streetwise and smart. Therefore, SHEDEUR, his quarterback son, has phenomenal genes and is all set for greatness. He should be picked immediately by a team that wants to win. Good luck, SHEDEUR, and say hello to your wonderful father. I had to fact check everything. Yep. All right, racist people, where's the race card? Let's go. All right. But they saying Deion Sanders was so embarrassed, he actually called Don to do this. That's what they say. They say he actually called the president. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what they're saying. Worst Formal interview. They say the worst interview. Maybe they're trying to say his ass can't read. He was talking like a hip hopper. I'm also going to say this alleged. Allegedly, this is the general manager behind the scenes, but I know how this shit works. Here's what they think about you. They just don't put a face on it. This is why I always talk to y'all in third person, to let you know it's not me. I can talk to you any kind of way to make you feel good, but I'm always going to let you know other opinion, how the shit really go, the real world. Also, this is what no black person on no platform ever could say out their mouth or repeat. Never. SHEDEUR, the worst formal interview I've ever been in my life. So entitled, thinking everything's a given. The biggest thing is he's not that good. Unnamed NFL assistant coach. Well, they all saying they only played bum teams because they wasn't a bum division. He did good, but I mean, it is what it is. All they saying is he ain't special because of your son, Deion. The only time I'm going to agree with the president is on this shit. Laugh my ass off. This was Deion Sanders and his son, day 2 after the great embarrassment. In the backyard, embarrassed. You will clearly see no big chains on. Humbled, which means what? He should have came out like that the first day. Y'all, you are watching Deion Sanders and his son humbled. If you know how to humble yourself, you will not get humiliation. You will not get humiliated. You only get humiliated because you guys do not humble yourself. Even though Kendrick Lamar told you sit down and be humble, here's the proof. They sitting down, they ass being humble now. Oh, they might have been playing a song in the background. All right? All they had to do this from day one. No. It's called getting put in your place. You don't run the NFL. You're not the NFL. Deion, before the NFL drafted you, you were nobody. Meaning, you only got the clout because of NFL. But somehow you guys keep forgetting that. You come in, getting drafted, you fucking cry tears of joy. But down the line, you start thinking you're bigger than the people that drafted you. Every chance you guys get, you show us the same thing. Practice? What practice? You get drafted on draft day. You cry. You hug your mamas. You cry. You made it out of the hood. You made it out of roach environments and good homes. But you guys are so humble. You so humble. But we also look at y'all as snakes now because we know y'all do the same thing. You're going to act so perfect when you come in, but when you get in, you're going to show your ass when it's contract time. We now know you guys are serpents. We know y'all game. So guess what? It's not going to work this time. Keep telling you that. See, Deion, the NFL, we're going to show you something. We're not Jackson State. We're not Colorado. So to purposely show you, from now on, your son and his career, it will not be in your favor, Deion. So, being that you bragged about your son being top 5, his ass might not get drafted to the 5th round. Deion Sanders, did you forget something, big mouth? Because you got a big-ass mouth, idiot. Did you forget the GOAT Tom Brady was not drafted until the 6th round? 6th round. And you're bragging, talking about your son going to be in the 1st round. Tom Brady went in the 6th round. Guess what, Deion? Your son might also go in the 6th round. Not the 1st round, not the 2nd, 3rd, the 6th round, maybe the 7th, because your mouth big. It's all on purpose, bro. It's all on purpose. Y'all don't know what y'all be looking at. I've been following this shit for about 10 years. I know exactly what's happening. Definitely the last since 2020, I've been following all this shit play by play because I know what's happening. Their time is up. I told y'all Shannon going to be on the TV before it happened. Did I lie to you? I'm saying that because it's the same narrative that all of them going to get embarrassed. Deion, it was your turn. Just so happened, you with Shannon. Y'all all are a network. Y'all are a network of money takers from white corporations, lying to black people, not doing nothing for black people. Get in trouble, scream racism. Things don't go in your favor, racism. But when everything is good, it's all fun, and dandy. When everything is in your favor, hey son, post that new chain that you just got. When everything is good, hey son, show them that other one you got. Let them know we ain't playing out here. That's right. And son, we go to draft, make sure you put on that new joint you got. You want to let them know we getting this money. That's right. All right? No racism. No racism. Everything around Shedeur net from what? That college money, right? Okay. Do black people own Nike? Nope. Did black people build a Colorado State? Where all this money coming from? Where all this damn money coming from, Deion? Oh, now it's racism? It's a conspiracy. No, it's called you getting embarrassed, fool. It's called you getting embarrassed for your big ass mouth. Because Deion is not back in the day no more. They let y'all have the stage, bro. They created, and people in the world to this day, we created a fake world to make y'all think y'all were actually winning and running shit for 30 years. But it was a hoax. But y'all don't get it. Y'all whole life is a hoax. So, what I'm telling you is this. Everybody know the shit. So, shit got so messy, the president had to say something. But let's continue on, because they humble now, y'all. Everything is cool. Deion and his family, they back down to earth. Everything is straight. Now, they just waiting for him to get drafted. It's Saturday. Everybody got drafted out celebrating with their family. The same ones Deion was laughing at. Now his ass looking stupid. Let's once again go look at how rich Deion Sanders, a rich black man with a rich family, his whole family is in favor. You will see him trolling regular people. Shedeur, he will be top 5 pick. Where your son going at? I got time today. I'm so rich, I got time to play around with y'all fools today. We're going to troll your ass. We're going to clown your ass. What's good? Do you think people respect that? Do you think the NFL respects this? Do you think the parents who bust their ass to put their kids in college and they finally made it to the pros, you think they respect this? No, y'all. Y'all the only ones that use social media for this shit. Talking shit. Trolling and joking all day. This is y'all whole fucking life. And everywhere y'all go, that's all y'all gonna do. So we don't want that at our fucking organization. All right, take that shit somewhere else. See how that sound? Sound raw, don't it? But it's real. It's real, that's why. The monkey show is over, y'all. It's over. He made his son wear that to be blacker. His son got on goddamn extensions. All right? So Deion made the call to Donnie, huh? Trying to boost his son's stock, which both Deion and Shedeur collectively tanked every time they opened their mouths. Everybody know they was talking too much, y'all. They were bragging, flossing. His son acting like he made it to the pros, disrespecting my kids on TV. You disrespecting my kids, they're in the pros just like you. My bad, y'all. They're in college just like you, and you were basing on my son on national TV. That's what he was doing. It's called payback, y'all. Now he getting embarrassed. No, this is to set the tone. When you come in the NFL, you don't run shit. That's what it's all about. You don't run shit. That's what this is about, period. Ain't about no race. It's about putting them in their place. That's what it's about. Or if you want to make it about race, y'all race ain't number one no more. If you want to say it's about race, that's what it's about. You want to call that racism? Well, that's what you want to call it then. It's just let him know. Ain't about y'all no more. Did you know some of those jerseys, some of them first-round draft picks, some of their parents born in Africa? Did you know that? Yeah, y'all don't know that, did you, Deion? Yeah, it's new black people here. That's right. They raised their kids just like you. Some of their kids came in this country. Some of their kids, right? Some of these kids now in sports, which y'all don't know, their parents came in from Africa, early 2000s, 90s. They did what they had to do, put their kids in these American colleges. Now their kids play sports, getting drafted. It's not about y'all no more. Y'all don't go to games anyway. Y'all type online all day. Y'all don't go to games. You don't buy tickets. All right? If it got nothing to do with no sex, y'all not paying for the shit anyway. All right? If it ain't a strip club or a club, y'all ain't going anyway. If it ain't Miami Thongs, you ain't going anyway. So what are y'all always talking about? You know damn well y'all gonna run your mouth. You ain't gonna buy no ticket. Half y'all, do you pay for ESPN? No, but you're gonna talk on the internet all day. Meanwhile, you're not the top consumer no more. So let's go. Deionsanders took SHEDEUR from Jackson State to Colorado to win the Heisman and be drafted top 5 pick, only for them to hate him, quasi-blackball him, and call him cocky. This is America. Them people want a meek, docile black boy and not a confident, talented, empowered. Told you that. Always still talk about empowered. Well, if you so empowered, you got to start your own league, dummy. You don't have no empowerment. It's called you have a big mouth. You was taught that run your mouth mean empowerment. But you the only one that think like that. You the only one that think because you scream and shout, it means empowerment. No, dummy, we taught you that lie. We taught you to scream and shout, but it really means nothing. I'm screaming in my house, but I sound like an idiot outside. That's empowerment. You have the power to run your mouth, but not in this organization until you build your own. You have the power to shout in your own house, not in nobody else's houses, but you won't get that. You get it, y'all? Somebody grown, they come to your house and going to tell you what they're going to do, scream on you in your house. You're not doing that here. You can do that in your house all you want to. Y'all don't get it. Nah, I keep telling you that. What you supposed to say, Deionsanders bragged about his son being top 5 pick. Deionsanders bragged on multiple platforms and his son for a year straight. This is America. Them people want a meek, docile black boy. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, I love the ignorance. Every time they run their mouth, something ignorant gonna come out. I love it. So, what is he supposed to do, y'all? Is he supposed to walk around the NFL strutting like George Jefferson? Hey, black people that think like black folks, why is being humble y'all enemy? Why is it so hard for y'all to do this thing called shut the fuck up? Run DMC made a song back in the day called You Talk Too Much. Houdini made a song called You Got a Big Mouth. It has always been this narrative in the community that people always run their fucking mouth. But the problem is they talk without facts or reading shit or they don't know shit. That's why you are considered the master bullshitters of running your mouth. That is all you're going to do. I'm just telling you, it's at a point now where nobody respects you, your lifestyle, what you say out your mouth, and that's just what it is. It's called being humble, y'all. It's called keeping your head down. It was a time in this country where they knew to keep their head down. But for some reason, these same people want to act like slavery was so long ago. They're the ones always talking about slaves. And I'm going to say it again. The ones that came on the slave ships, they don't get it. The other ones that was free already, we get it clear. So it's the slaves that was on the plantation, the main ones that keep thinking that masters, or these people going to do all this shit like they was never on the plantation. Even though y'all the same ones promote civil rights era. So if your ancestors got knocked upside their head, march to get their rights, why y'all get these same rights and y'all get arrogant? I got the money now. Why y'all get the money and start being like George Jefferson? Martin Luther King was rich. They wasn't bragging like that back then. They stayed humble. See, yeah, that's the part you don't get. They was getting money. They stayed humble. Elijah Muhammad was rich. They stayed humble. No, everywhere y'all go, y'all bring the monkey show. It ain't y'all. We don't like y'all ways. SHEDEUR, why you just can't be regular, bro? Why you just can't be a regular guy, a nice guy? Why you guys gotta have this extra shit with you? Why your daddy, hey SHEDEUR, why your daddy been acting like a rapper his whole life, ain't never in his life been a real rapper? Why your daddy why you and your dad always act like y'all from the street, but y'all never even slept in the streets, not once? Huh? SHEDEUR, you have never ate a box of chicken wings and french fries in your life, bro. I'm talking about from the hood. None of that. SHEDEUR, I don't think you ever ate no oodles and noodles once. Your daddy is so bougie, if you wanted to eat noodles, he'll knock that shit out your hand. Son, what are you doing? We don't eat that stuff no more. That's y'all. All right? But that black card y'all used to play that was so cool, it don't work no more. That shit played out. Let me show y'all an update why y'all whole shit played out. Because y'all whole shit come out of textbooks. And y'all still trapped in the 80s, 90s, all that. So the world is on tech and other shit, but you won't get it. The thing they keep trying to tell y'all is these people are now in their homes watching TV, and you guys are not the favorite no more. And you're not going to influence them with your hip-hopper ways. Y'all hip-hop ways was because we allowed it. We also sanctioned crime to lock y'all ass up. So all that shit y'all was about, that was for the 90s, 80s, and 2000s. Y'all time is up. Plus, we have proof y'all did not build no communities. We got the record books. Y'all slaughtered each other the most. Y'all did the most of everything to yourself. And that's it. But you still scream racism. Even though we got the proof, y'all the number one people killed yourselves. Even though we got the record books, y'all have slaved more y'all owned than the Klan ever thought about. But you're still going to scream racism. Even though all countries just came here, you the only idiot talking about race. Even though you see all those different colors and dark skins and all that. You don't get it, do you? You don't get it. We ain't supposed to get it. Let's go, y'all. We ain't done yet. Let's go. Now, Kanye West dissed Boosie. He called him a piece of doo-doo. We ain't going to that. I'm going to show y'all the reality they are living in, right? Also, y'all, the woman, the man, one of the main women that came out on Jeffrey Epstein has been found resting in peace. Yes, she has. One of the main accusers, rest in peace. They say somebody else passed away too. Yep. So a lot of stuff is happening. Diddy trial start, dead. Anybody in America didn't pay their goddamn financial aid, getting garnished on the day of the dead. May 5th is going to be a down day for a lot of people. Yes, it is. But now I want to show y'all something. Which I don't understand, right? The greatest of the greatest experience happened already. You guys had your time already. You're going to get this through your head. When y'all had the biggest stage in the world, the whole world watched y'all. When y'all had the biggest stage in the world, the whole world watched y'all. And whether they were racist, no matter they liked y'all or not, they had to deal with it. They had to deal with it. They had to what? Accept it. But some people you're going to see, these sore losers, they don't want to accept the fact it's over, y'all. And they don't want to accept the fact that their life got worse. Meaning, everything they did it to themselves. But they don't want to accept it. They still don't want to accept they got pimped, turned out, flipped by the internet, and they're the only ones that still love these fucking dumbass apps. They don't get that part. They don't get the part that they got put 10 years behind with these applications. They used to be the hardest workers. Now they're the best typers. Now they're the best scrollers and the best complainers and the best of nothing because they chose that life. They are the only ones that don't even know the pandemic been over. It's about to be the 5th month. They still don't get it. They're the main ones that hate that guy 47, even though they dumbass don't know shit about politics at all. Even though they are still trapped in a world that was created for them. This is most of their life. But what they don't get, y'all, this was the biggest prank ever played on their ass. Go somewhere with it. It ties into Deion Sanders, Shannon Sharpe, and everybody else. When it was a time that came in this world, everybody had to take it and shut up. But they had no clue. They was about to see the biggest show of all time. And when it was all said and done, they were all going to be altered, flipped. They were going to be poorer than when they started. They were going to be poorer than their ancestors. They were going to have less than their ancestors. And it was going to be at the bottom of the barrel of society. Because now, you know what I'm going to show y'all? The biggest prison they ever got put in was a prison they put itself in that they still can't get out of. It's called you know what? It's in your face. Huh? The fake world you believe, this is where it comes from. And this is how it's going to be. To show you, you guys are the only world still trapped in fantasy land. Nobody cares about these apps. Nobody cares about these people no more because the job already been done. But what I'm really showing you, this one, both of those guys ain't have a penny. This one, they ain't really have shit. But you will go check their scoreboard now and see how rich they are. Then you ask yourself one good question. Who got them that rich? Who's the idiots talk about racism but made Mark Zuckerberg rich on his platform? Who's the idiot going to keep talking about racism, but meanwhile, they're addicted to these applications? Huh? But they don't know. these applications was going to get placed on their brain, and they were going to be under mind control. They didn't know their brain was going to get turned into a SIM card, and the application is stamped on that brain. Instagram on that brain. Facebook on that brain. That's right. Put that chip in. Y'all kept talking about chips, but you had no clue you was going to get turned into an android. Huh? Y'all kept talking about Illuminati, but you had no clue your brain was going to get turned into an iRobot. That's why you're still programmed. Guess who did it? You're still programmed. Guess who did it? You're stuck in a world that is of lies. When it is proven that Google told lies, it is proven they put out fake news, because you got put in a whole reality, and it was machines behind it for you to accept it, buy it, and check it off the list, and you did it. The key is this: everybody's back to reality. Everybody is rich. What you got? Duped. Meanwhile, all y'all shit been sold. All y'all shit been tracked. Every single thing y'all said, every hustle y'all had in a database, and now it's all being used against your ass. So just know that you're the only one that love these apps. You're the only one still stuck in it, and you're the only one still care about it. Your whole life based on it. This is where you get your knowledge from. This is where the fuck you was shopping at. This is where your whole life is. Just understand that time passed already. This is why you guys are played out. This is why you're old school, because you didn't know these devices were only used for brainwashing and to make you accept a false reality of everything you bought already and everything you suffering from right now as we speak. Huh? Facebook made the shit believable. It made the shit for real with the rappers. That's where it all started at. You bought it because they sold it. It was a coalition. You bought it. Now look at you. All you got left is those apps. And that's all you ever going to have left. I promise you that. They made it where y'all president is going to be these apps, and that's it. Because you are officially one with the app, and a lot of y'all are already brainwashed, guys. You just don't know it yet. You're brainwashed. You're done. You're finished. If you don't know what I'm talking about in this new world, you're already brainwashed. But I'm going to tell you again. When you still talking about race and all this other shit, but you done made so many white men rich, who's the idiot? When you run your mouth about white people every day, still to this day, but you still shop at all their stores, who's the idiot? And you still broke. You don't even know a real racist is going to say, I ain't giving them no more money. That's how I'm going to get rich. See, I'm going to get rich because I ain't going to get a white man no more money. So you can't even do that, dummy. You're a hypocrite. So understand that. Nobody cares about none of this shit no more. All of the people in this country that are upset are poor. Most of them are poor people, weirdos, and they know they ain't shit anyway. Those are only people that's miserable, y'all. People that had their life sucks, multiple divorces, hellified debt. It don't matter the president, they ass never won anyway. They're going to keep lying to themselves. They come from shit and going to stay in shit because they won't change. So being that shit won't change, they shoveling the shit out in the goddamn water. That's what's happening. Being that the shit won't change, they just trashing that shit, throwing it in the ditch. I'm not playing with you. That's what's happening. Let me go back to this because y'all won't get it, right? Dummies, pay attention, stupid. I'm talking about you people that talk about presidents all day. I'm talking about y'all got all your internet, your knowledge of the internet. You know damn well you never read a book. Let's look at this. You always talk about presidents, kids. You ready to grow up yet, kiddies? You always talk about presidents. Do presidents run shit? Is presidents at the top? Who's at the top? Who runs shit? You still talking about presidents? See how dumb you sound? 2025, right? I know 2025 don't comprehend in your brain. You don't get it, right? You don't even know numbers. You don't know shit. Your whole life is the same. Every year your life been the same. 2020, 2011, 2015. You know why? You've been on the same fucking apps your whole life. I know people been on Facebook since 2010. They ass on that shit still because I know what's going on. And I know all of them are fucking struggling because I know what's going on. All right? You guys are still looking for something that don't exist. You went from looking for Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy. Now you're looking for shit on application that ain't there. That's right. You see this chart? Who at the top? You see any president? Do it say president at the top? Central bank is under that. It say president. World system under that. Do it say president? Under that, politicians. That's president. Get it now? You ain't gonna stand and tell you over your mouth, y'all sound dumb. You don't get it, do you? Because you don't get it. It's people that pay you to be dumb. It's people that pay y'all to run your mouth all day and sound dumb. Same way they had y'all dummies organizing on Facebook. They took all these apps and used them shits for goddamn programs. All right, everybody go march. We gonna be over here. Y'all go march, broke niggas. Go ahead. Come on, y'all. We gonna fuck up Walmart. That's what they use the apps for. Broke people they only know to use the apps for destruction, trolling, all that. But you understand, most of these people touch on children, man. Yeah. Anybody that don't like 47, high chance they like to touch on kids, man. Anybody that don't like 47, it's a high chance they with that trafficking stuff. Yes. Yes. Trust me. Trust me on that. See? So I'm just showing y'all. You will see he was a nobody. But when you got them big people and them big platforms, you become a somebody. But all you got to know, this applies to him too. He never ran shit neither. He never ran shit. You see those top layers? They the ones control all their ass. Huh? They the ones control all their ass. And if politicians don't do as told, they know what's up. You gonna worship politician, entertainer, and you ain't never gonna know at the top. So keep talking, kiddies. Keep screaming, kiddies. Meanwhile, guess what else is happening? You've been replaced because you've been running your mouth. You kept saying, Trump gonna put us on slave ship. No, Trump ain't put you on slave ship. Moneybag Joe replaced your ass. He said, thanks. I got you, Trump. I got you. I know they run their mouth a lot. We all gonna fix their ass. Yeah. Little do they know. Hell no, we not putting them on slave ships. We ain't doing that. But what we will do is oversaturate this bitch and watch their ass drop like flies. Matter of fact, this is how we gonna kill all their ass. We already helped them develop a lazy ass spirit. We just gonna bring in people that out hustle their ass. All right. All these apps help them create give them a lazy spirit. We made them become social workers without paychecks. We made them wake up and check their social media and stay on that shit for hours without a paycheck. Meanwhile, while they was doing that, we were prepping this. So what we did was we taught them to be extra lazy, and we brought some people here that's super hungry. And that's what happened. Meanwhile, we're going to watch them all play Monopoly. We're going to watch them all play this game of life. Meanwhile, we already know we're going to win, and that's what it's all about, because this happened already. Johnny come lately, this 3 years ago. Johnny come lately, you're finished. All right? You're finished. All that's all I'm trying to tell y'all. You're finished. So maybe one day when they release the Epstein list and when they release the Diddy list, and one day when they release the JFK files, they're going to tell the whole world, hey, y'all, we stayed Rosa Parks. We stayed the whole civil rights era. It was a hoax, y'all. Maybe when they say that, y'all get it. Maybe one day y'all going to get it. Hey, y'all, and there was no such thing as that. We just made y'all feel important because we needed to restructure this country and we need to give y'all a whole new identity. Even though it was millions of people here before we got here, we had to give you idiots a new identity. That's what we did. Even though it was already written, the people of this land was very swarthy and copper complexion and dark red and shit like that. In Jamaica, you have burgundies, but we're going to call you guys black, and we got a book and a script for it, and you're going to stick to it to the day you die, and that's all that happened. But meanwhile, the jig is up. It's over, y'all. It's over. So I'm saying that for a reason. This has nothing to do with race. It has to do with a particular race or a particular era that didn't do shit but run their mouth, take money, and go shopping and buy pussy and hump on people. That's it. It's too much proof, y'all. You have no leg to stand on no more. If this shit had to be presented into the court of law, we'll have a leg to stand on, man. You know how much proof will be against these people? If it was a vote right now to dispose of these people on ships for real, get their ass out for real. If they had to go to court right now to judge, should we round these people up or let them live? If they had to put that shit in the courtroom, all they need is one person goddamn TikTok application. That's it. That's it. They ain't got to go back in time. But they would have so much goddamn proof of what them people did to themselves. Not to nobody else, to their self. Yo, y'all, guess what? They are so delusional. They're the main one started themselves. They're the main one destroyed themselves. And they still don't get it. Still don't get it. Even though they play make-believe. They live in a black neighborhood. It might not be a white neighborhood for 30 miles away. They're going to still blame white people for everything they do. Even though they're the ones that blow their head off and then post it. Even though they're the ones that trash their baby father and then post it. They're the ones that go online and say, I got them food stamps for sale, and then post it. That's them. And then the same one post the food stamp gonna say, man, fuck Trump. No, they're gonna post a stamp. They're gonna say I got food stamp. Then they're gonna say, man, I'm tired of this country, man. They racist, man. Fuck this country. What they gonna say, y'all? Meanwhile, they're gonna check that stamp. Stamps hit because you didn't get it right. I told you, man. It's the poor people's job all day to work on this internet. That's their job, and they have to defend the social service system. All right, that's it. When they be out here fighting for their rights, they be defending the social service system because they all the poor people are scared that Trump gonna cut their water off, man. All right, so they don't like Trump because they're scared he's gonna cut their water off, and a lot of them are minor abusers. But I mean minor abusers, not just touching on kids. A lot of them got empty refrigerators. They don't keep no food because they sell their stamps, and they out here fucked up. That's why they don't like the president, because they know if he cut that goddamn budget, he fucking with their mind already, cutting tariffs. Doing this, cutting that program. They scared he gonna cut that welfare, y'all. I know what's up. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody on welfare, y'all. I'm gonna say it again. People in New York be straight on welfare because they get some, it's other shit involved, see? A person could be on welfare in the projects in New York and live better than two people out of state in projects. They just how it's different in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So what I'm telling you is this. It be y'all on welfare in them poor ass towns. Y'all don't want to suffer. See, you on welfare and you in a town that ain't barely got no bus system. You on welfare, you in a city with no jobs. You on welfare and you in the city ain't shit popping. Y'all the ones all day. Because you scared you're going to cut your ass. I know what's happening, y'all. The people with the biggest mouths getting exposed. No, now I kept telling you, the way this year set up, you got to put your money where your mouth at. You can't run your mouth. So, DEION, you was running your mouth, bro. Now, let's ask a question. If DEION was never bragging, campaigning, going hard, do you think this shit would have happened like this, y'all? Let's stop playing. No, they did this to prove a point because it's not just about now. They have to set a tone for DEION and his son for the next decade. Because if he would have pulled this shit off, that would have meant DEION had power, and then he got more arrogant. I told you my son going fifth. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole other aura. DEION's son get drafted. DEION coming to the game. Shannon coming to the game. Here they come. They all coming back. Oh, shit, we running this shit. They said, nope, we're not doing that. So you know what's going to happen? DEION, all your friends are going to watch you get embarrassed. We're going to do this just to prove a point to you. Nobody is bigger than the NFL. You're not going to play us like Colorado. You ain't going to run shit. You ain't going to play us like Jackson State. Because DEION, the NFL knows you. They say, DEION, we know you have not been coaching that long. DEION, the NFL knows you. Because what Deion Sanders ain't going to tell you, he actually worked for the NFL. Recent. You know what I'm saying? That's some work. That's some man work. It's just that he wasn't Coach Prime. He was Stephen A. Smith for the NFL Network. Yes, he was. He was the black face. He was strictly for the black face and the black talk. Because they also know a lot of blacks did not have the NFL Network. They didn't want to pay for the shit because a lot of them didn't have cable. But they had to keep black faces on there to keep the black viewership they were getting. And that's what happened. See that, y'all? That's the whole decade y'all wasn't even fucking with him. Y'all know DEION wasn't getting no shine. You see his head. All right? When his ass didn't get that contract in the pandemic, DEION said he had to get some new money. And he came up with a gimmick. That's Coach Prime right there with that big ass head. His head big as fuck. But the point is this. You see that? No swag. Shannon was dressing the same exact way as him, but they got hip to this internet shit with the youngsters. And they seen them young boys getting that money. They said, man, I got to get me some of that. And him and Shannon, you will see Shannon Sharpe and Deion Sanders was on the same exact time. If I got to act young to get this new money, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what they did. And I'm going to say I'm trying to help these kids, but I'm going to use these kids to rebrand my ass. It's no different, guys. If I was washed the fuck up, fell off, and I come back at y'all with my sons, and my sons winning. I'm about to win with my sons again. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I might have fell off, but I got my sons now. What's good, y'all? I'm back. That's why I say, y'all bought that shit. I never bought it because I always knew this is what Deion was doing all his life. After sports, this is what he was doing. But he made the world think, due to the internet, like I kept telling you, The internet get them a fake ass world, y'all. They believe everything they see. So a lot of people actually believe that Deion went from playing like this and he just went to Coach Prime. No, he was with this jazzy shit, but he been had to tone that shit down to be on that damn network. He wasn't doing none of that gold chain shit. But when it came back for that spotlight and on blacks, he had to get back in that spotlight. He had to perform. He had to put his gold on, and he told his son to do the shit too. That's that picture you're looking at is Deion Sanders draft day. So he told his son to do the same as that shit. His son on draft day. Right here. See? He even tried to look like his dad. Same jacket. See that? Leather. See? Dad got on the money sign. See that? No, they corny, bro. That shit didn't work. Good for your ass. Listen to your stupid ass dad. A lot of y'all life fucked up. Listen to your dumb ass parents. My mom would tell me a lot of dumb shit. I never listen to her ass. Never. I learned a long time ago. You listen to your parents, you're going to be stupid as hell. I'm talking about with certain situations, y'all. Only thing your parents install in you is basic principles growing up. But when you grown, you got to be your own person. Anybody grown listen to their parents, you will be set up for failure every time. A lot of y'all learned the hard way. Nah. Know why? You can't give me advice in 2025 about how you did it in your day. The shit you was about, it ain't going to work now. Meaning, you can give me advice or you can give me a different perspective. But it's only because Shedeur listened to his father, y'all, or this shit would have never happened. It's not Shedeur's fault. It's his father's fault. His daddy told him to look like him on draft day. His daddy told him to put on that big-ass chain. Then you're going to see. Once that shit didn't happen, he toned that shit down. So if Deion Sanders and his son didn't get it, my point is this, y'all. Why did he change his chain now? This how you know they was doing too much. It backfired. This is your proof. He could have came out day one like this, but he didn't. So this is him explaining himself after he didn't get drafted day 2. When Deion said he will get picked top 5, we on day 3. That's today, y'all. Hopefully he get drafted today. Because other than that, his daddy did it to him, y'all. So let's ask the question. It's very simple. Could he not just came out conservative like that from the rip? It took for him to get humbled. That's what happened. He got humiliated. Then they went home and toned that shit down and came back humble. But the trick is, don't let the black fans know we got humbled. And that's the plan. And that's how they did it. See? Humble. See? That shit do humble. See that? That's after getting embarrassed. No big money sign on because you didn't get drafted, which means you didn't get the money yet. You got embarrassed, bro. Listening to your daddy. He thought he was going to get drafted first. Top layer. That means big payout. Flaws. He thought he was going to come on stage, y'all. Get that draft jersey with that big chain glistening. It didn't go down like they made. And on top of that, y'all, the whole day he was standing around. They made him stand around the whole first day. That's what made it work. He was standing around with that leather coat on, y'all, with that big ass chain. That's why I say they made him look like an idiot. Because remember, y'all, if I come humble and I don't get drafted, okay, I'm straight. But when I put on my biggest chain that I was flossing and I put on all this extra shit and try to look like my dad and it don't work, that's embarrassing, bro. Because they know it's embarrassing. Know why it's embarrassing? Because they know they didn't plan that shit. Look, family, just off the fact he made his son try to look just like him, that's how you know they had it planned out when they thought they was going to get drafted. He just knew it, but it didn't work. So now you see life after embarrassment. And Deion is fighting. Deion allegedly saying, he mad because everybody would say he going to get drafted first, all this shit, and it didn't happen. So basically what people saying too, ESPN was in with the gaslighting. Because they said ESPN was gassing it up the whole time. Shedeur going first round. Whole time, set up. But you know what some people saying? Some people saying they think Deion Sanders was actually paying some people from ESPN and it backfired. That's some of the rumors they saying. They saying he thought he had that shit in pocket so much, but he still forgot one thing. All the shit he was talking was on Club Shay Shay, y'all. Check it out. 1, 2, 3. Like, he was coming on there a lot and talking smoke. Then you gonna see, 7th that week, this idiot get in trouble. His ass got embarrassed. His whole family. Because they were using his platform to co-sign SHEDEUR. Never give real analytics. Your people follow scripts. They don't tell you the truth. That's why I say I'm not selling you shit, y'all. I'm not here to lie to you. I don't got to be nice. That's them. They always going to play these roles to make you believe lies. All right? So they're never going to say the truth about SHEDEUR. Never going to say, yo, Prime, that's my man. He need to tone it down a little bit. But you're also watching, y'all, how times have changed and these people didn't adapt to the new ways. This is how simple it is, y'all. It's simple. If the hip-hop behavior is played out, let's just throw that out the window. If you work somewhere, you're not going to come in hip-hop street mode, y'all. It's the same thing. Why everything you do got to always be street hip-hop shit? Why everything you do got to always be this concept of keeping it real? What the fuck is keeping it real? Are you keeping it real dumb? Keeping it real stupid? Keeping it real smart? Which one is it? And what do y'all call real? Why do you still live like that? Even though you got to prove nobody's real. Everybody's a liar. Either they're a liar, they're fake, live a fake life, fake filters. Everybody's fake. Fake name. Everybody's fake, y'all. There's no such thing as keep it real. Keep it real with yourself. You can't do that, can you? A lot of people, they can't do that. You can't accept the fact and tell yourself, yo, man, I ain't shit. I ain't shit. I ain't been shit. I ain't never going to be shit. Can you tell yourself that? All right, then. So that's how life works. All right? It's easy to say who else ain't shit. Can you say you ain't shit? I've been told y'all when I came, I said, man, I ain't nobody. I've been told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Can you say that? No, because you got a fake-ass life, a fake-ass persona. That's all y'all fools till your ass get broke down crying. That's them, y'all. Big-ass mouth, but when they crying, let's look at the Sander family life after being humble and embarrassed. Let's go. After doing KFC commercials and flossing all day. They thought when they did KFC, y'all was going to start buying that shit. That's what they thought, but it didn't work. Let's go, y'all. Hold on. See? He thought his son was going to get all the shine, but it didn't work. So they said the president was called by DEION. They say DEION snitched on the NFL and called the president and said, this ain't right, man. This ain't right what they doing. This ain't right what they doing to my son. That's what they said, man. Deionsanders' disappointed reaction when his son SHEDEUR goes undrafted in the first round. Is he disappointed or is his ego hurt? Because he was bragging. Which one is it, y'all? DEION, did you think you was going to lead them people down there with that dirty water? You thought you was going to turn your back on them after you built up your coach resume, and you thought you was going to just walk off in fame. No, the people in Mississippi, they got to watch your ass be embarrassed like everybody else. Your son going to get drafted, just not on your terms because you don't run shit. Also, DEION, why did you start quoting God scriptures after this? And why every time you get embarrassed or exposed, you start talking God scriptures? Why do y'all always talk about God only when you get in trouble? We sick of y'all black card and y'all black talk. When y'all talk about God, that's black talk. Because you know God. Because you know God. You make people don't like God. That's y'all. Y'all do that shit. All right? Me watching and enjoying shedeursanders falling in the NFL draft, knowing DEION is losing his mind, thinking he would have hoodwinked NFL teams. He thought he was going to finesse NFL teams with his son's stat pattern. He also sucks as a leader, and that's why he'll fall out the first round. These are predictions before it happened. All right? Hey, DEION, how about that jersey retirement? You bragged about your son's jersey being retired, so you did it to your own son, man. It was his ass. It ain't SHEDEUR's fault, y'all. It's his father. Bragging. Acting like other people don't got kids and acting like your kid, they kids better than your kids. People tired of that shit. No. Those people, hey, DEION, the people that look up to you put your kids over their kids. Other people don't think like that. See, the people that look up to y'all, they put y'all kids over their kids. They put blue ivy over their kids. They worship all their kids more than their own kids. That's their problem. But the rest of the world don't think like that. They don't care about your damn kids. Meaning, nobody kids important nobody else's kids. That's a lunatic thinking. That's a lunatic thinking. Think your kid's better than somebody else's kid because you start a celebrity, because you could post them. That ain't shit. I can look at your son, Deion. He might be dumb as fuck. He might can't read a paragraph. Why? Because you ain't let him read one. You probably ain't let your son study. Half y'all kids, I don't know, they could have wanted to do something else. Y'all could have made them play sports. I don't know. No, y'all with this shit of rotting your kids' ass to the day they die. Y'all want that money. No, you got your son embarrassed, Deion. Stand on that shit. Deion Sanders, what you need to do is admit to the world, I shouldn't have been speaking so much. I ran my mouth, and I should have never did this to my son like that. I didn't give him a chance to win on his own. You should say that, Deion, if you're a real man, punk. All right? You did this shit to him. Why? Y'all bastards been hooked on these platforms. Y'all new drug addiction failure is these applications. And guess what? They are now for fucking losers. They ain't about shit. Everybody is watching big screen. I watch this shit live, Craig. I watch it live. Him standing like an idiot. Yup. Ain't nothing like live TV. On that note, I'm showing you. They all getting embarrassed. So look. Is it a coincidence? Deion and Shannon got embarrassed the same week. Shannon started off Monday. Deion closed out Friday. Meanwhile, Saturday today, son didn't get drafted still. So what we looking at? The pattern of the black celebrity on their way ass out of here. All right? A serial internet coochie shopper. Get it? A habitual OnlyFans attendant. He just can't stop. But they can sit on platforms and talk about what they gonna do. And talk about how they son. They actually in their mind thought they ran shit, y'all. They looking at it like because they've been in this game so long. They money right. They really think they black fans are so brainwashed. They think you suck them off. They think whatever they say, you gonna go for that shit. But they had no clue. And I ain't saying nothing about Ocho because he the humblest one out of all of them. Ocho was the humble one. So I'm not, that's why I never say nothing about Ocho. He humble. He just humble, y'all. Like I say, I know ain't none of them perfect, but Ocho plays the humble role. When Shannon basically talking shit, Ocho get quiet. Like, basically, I'm gonna let you do that. That's your thing. That's not me. But just notice, Ocho cool with 47. Deion cool with 47. SHARPE, he ain't cool with 47. And that's why his ass getting this smoke. Reason why I say that, Shannon tried to use the black card with no proof, but we have proof, text messages, all type of stuff for the shit he into. So, the reason why I say that, well, y'all understand, y'all big ass mouth, and y'all always texting. What got Coach Prime in bullshit? Texting about his son going first round. What got Shannon in trouble? Texting about his lifestyle with a woman. Why do y'all text so much? Why do y'all talk so fucking much? Why do y'all telling each other? And why y'all the stars of first 48? It's been proven y'all the biggest snitches. Y'all talk the most. But the thing is, y'all don't have enough facts. The thing is, y'all didn't prove y'all got smarter yet. That's the problem. Your ancestor was smart. Y'all all are dumber. It's that simple. Even though you got technology. So somebody's playing that. But don't believe what I say. That's what the world's saying, y'all. I'm just giving you the update. So, he will be top 5 pick. Where your son going at? I got time today. This is what somebody said. Tell your son stop acting like the coldest out here, then put up a 4-8 season. Basically saying, your son is all right, but he ain't all that. The thing is, Deion, you did this to your son. Talking shit. See that? SHEDEUR didn't do that. He didn't ask for that. You did it. And when you said that, you're disrespecting every other parent that put money and training into their kids. To make it racial for you bastards, what about all the black parents that struggle to get their son there? Situation using race. So it's good for this one black man that got money to diss other blacks that ain't got no money. That's your problem. Y'all train to suck off anybody you like and worship anybody that looks greater than you. Even though Your whole reality of greatness was on a goddamn timeline screen and TV. That's it. Only time you ever seen greatness was on TV. Your mouth is very big. Therefore, you had to get replaced. And you had to get embarrassed. So the world gonna see it. So remember that. NFL Network showed around the world. Whole world seeing SHEDEUR get embarrassed. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. They was getting all the shine and the glory. That's right. But they don't want to accept the fact that they dropped the ball and their time is up. Plus, most of their generation are into sports. They don't play no more. They don't go to games. Only thing they do is be on the internet, shop online. That's it. And do what the internet say. That's it. If the internet don't tell them what to do, they don't know what to fucking do. So this is why nobody cares about them no more. All right? They don't. Why you think they gave this out as so? He gave this phone an application as social service. Some of y'all on the application, on the phone, still on social service. That was the plan. Once we get them these phones, they ass never gonna get on welfare. Did he lie to you? Nope. I'm not here to diss nobody on welfare, y'all. But I'm just trying to tell you, it's the people with the biggest mouths. They the ones on welfare. Which means they the ones that hate the government so much when really they should love the government. If I was on welfare, I would never my life face my mouth to go against this country. I would never go against the government. Knowing goddamn well that's how I feed my family. No, only you idiots do that. That's why you gonna get your shit taken. That's why you're gonna lose it all. Because it's also called no appreciation with this humiliation. All of them right here, appreciate everything you hate. Update. A lot of y'all still don't watch TV. A lot of them got Samsung out there. They do. Meaning these are the new consumers. So if they're the new consumers, they're the new importance. Don't forget, it's all about the money. It's not about race. It ain't about them being favorite. It's about them being put in a position to win and taxpaying citizens. That's it. It's called what? The economy. So now you see, Deion Sanders, so much of a sore loser, he called the president. What is wrong with NFL owners? Are they stupid? Deion Sanders was a great college football player. And whenever I talk about welfare, I make about 50 people run. Told you, y'all, I do analytics too. Let's go. Let's go. What is wrong with the NFL owners? Are they stupid? Deion Sanders was a great college football player and was great in the NFL. He's also a very good coach, streetwise and smart. Therefore, SHEDEUR, his quarterback's son, has phenomenal genes and is all set for greatness. He should be picked immediately by a team that wants to win. Good luck, SHEDEUR. And say hello to your wonderful father. That's what happened. Worst formal interview I've ever seen in my life. He's so entitled. The biggest thing is he's not that good. Unnamed NFL assistant coach. All right? Now, I don't respect that part. I don't respect nobody trashing him and not putting a name on it. I don't respect that. And like I said, man, I know the truth of this whole thing, man. The sad shit is, y'all, he is nothing but his dad. Everything he knows, his dad put it in him. His daddy taught him, man. It ain't his fault, man. It ain't his fault. I know it ain't his fault, man. He probably a good dude. He getting all this shit because his father, man. When your father gas you up, son, don't worry. You going first round. Don't worry, son. You the shit. I got you, son. Son, you know, it's called gassed up. Guess what else he got messed up with? Well, his number was 2, and he changed it to 13. Let's go. The only time I'm going to agree with Trump is on this shit. Then he said what? Are you stupid? Are you NFL owners? Are they stupid? Let's go. Well, I'm going to show you this last time. This is called sit down. Be humble. This the humblest you ever going to see Deion Sanders, y'all. This all they had to do from the beginning. But it took for the NFL to make them stand around all day long for them to be humble. Now they're humble, y'all. Now they just praying to get picked. They hoping to get picked by a team, period. Because Deion Sanders said, my son, he ain't playing for no Giants. He started talking about where his son going at, where he not going at. Yep. So now they say, you know what? Now you're going to wait. We're going to leave you in limbo. We're going to make you see how it feels Hey, maybe your son might even get drafted. We're going to do this shit on purpose to torment y'all ass. We're going to show you, DEION. We're going to show you. You don't run shit. Now, when you guys start your own league, then you go run that shit. Don't keep speaking on our league, what's going to happen. Don't keep speaking on what y'all going to do or not. You don't run this shit. This league been out over 100 years, and you did not invest a penny into that shit. Y'all didn't build this shit up. When y'all going to build your own league? When y'all going to stop talking on internets? And when y'all going to stop typing and sticking your hand out for paychecks and start your own shit? When y'all going to dig in your own bank account and put up some money for your own Wakanda? When y'all going to do that shit? You ain't going to do that, are you? Of course you're not. All right, so y'all need to shut up. So DEION made the call to Don, huh? See that? No respect. Y'all clown. And all of y'all in the same bracket, therefore y'all all gonna hold this L. And DEION, they also made it where you can't go to Club Shay Shay event because Shay Shay is in trouble. So they've been killing y'all voice. It's all strategic. Y'all being boxed out because y'all didn't know when to retire. You know how many kids in the NFL by parents that's famous, but they didn't do what you did. So therefore, you thought everything was entitled, so now you had to pay the price. All right? One day you're going to learn about this pyramid. Even though y'all all under oath, you still don't get it. You don't run shit. In your mind, you're going to keep thinking you run shit. You don't run nothing. That's all y'all delusional ass. All right? So carry on, folks. Enjoy your apps. Enjoy your life. Other than that, I'm going to watch this embarrassment. I'm going to see if he gets drafted today. It's not about him. It's about his dad, y'all. You see him scared now? He looking like, oh, shit, I don't even know I don't even know if I'm going to get drafted now. He looks scared now, don't he? Don't he look humble? All right. Before it was a joke. Let's look at this after draft, this 2 days after draft, y'all. Let's look at draft day. Look at his face. See that humility shit? He looks scared, right? Let's look at it. Let's look at the cockiness and arrogance on draft day to give you the 2 dimensions of clarity. Before draft day. Draft day. See? Looking like daddy. Just to tell you, DEION, even when I was a little kid, I've never, ever, ever in my life ever trusted no man with a jerry curl. Never did. So I always knew about that shit. Even when I was little. It said about me growing up. If you ain't look like my brothers and certain people, I didn't like it. I didn't respect it. I don't know what it is, man. So any man that had jerry curls, no man in my family wore jerry curls. So that's why I ain't never respect that shit. And I always looked at y'all all weirdos, and I always knew that shit stink, and I always knew y'all left stains on people's couches and pillows and shit. And I never respected the fact that even when I was a kid, I never understood why y'all walk around with jerry curl caps on and shit, and it's hot as hell outside. Never understood that shit, y'all. Plus, my mother had a jerry curl, so I ain't respect no man with that shit. But now we know any man with a jerry curl back then, that shit really meant they was a coon. That's what that shit meant back then. That's right. All right? But that's when y'all was winning. When y'all was on top of the world, y'all had jerry curls, all right? Michael Jackson. That was all y'all. Y'all were winning. Y'all was the shit. Everybody was trying to be like y'all. But we don't want our kids being like y'all no more. We did that already. All right? Y'all finished. See that? Draft night. Shining. See that draft night? Now let's look. Do they look like they get ready for the draft or they get ready for a hip-hop concert? Which one is it? Now you see, this is why they had to get humbled, y'all. So if DEION was never campaigning, trying to monopolize, it is also said he was trying to pull strings behind the scenes with ESPN. He also had the networks in pocket because they would never say nothing negative. So DEION thought, being that everybody was with his program of not going against his son, not critiquing him, co-signing him, saying he's going to go first round, he thought if they kept repeating a lie, it would be the truth. But the thing is, it didn't work. He will be top 5. Where your son going? Well, he ain't top 5, DEION. Are you going to apologize? Are you going to admit the fact you ruined your son's life? Are you going to admit the fact you told your son to come out like a rapper for clout with the black people, but that shit ain't going to help nothing? Y'all were banking on sales, merchandise, but you didn't get drafted yet. I know what the black show is for. The black show is for the merchandise, the black dollars. Guess what? People in the real world, bro, Dion, they don't care about your son diamond chain or your shit. If you ain't going to no neighborhoods helping nobody with shit, even a reporter Kodak Black paid some people rent up. Dion, I ain't hear you do that shit, not once. So we don't want to hear none of y'all shit. Also, I did not forget, one of your sons' chain got stolen at the game, too. I didn't forget that neither. They played, who they played? Oh, shit, they played, I think it was USC. They played somebody, and somebody stole him and his teammates' chain out the locker room. Yes, they did. They were flossing too much, y'all. They were doing too much. Around regular kids, you walking around shining with privileges from the goddamn suburbs. All right? Sick. Because remember, black is a word. So you could be from the suburbs and claim blackness, even though you never in your life poured a bowl of cereal and didn't have no milk. All right? Never in your life. Never in his life went in a social service building, had to talk shit to the social worker to get them stamps. Give me my shit. He ain't never do that. He don't know nothing, y'all. So my point is, like I told Shannon, I'll do it again. I'll find your card, Dion. I got some more around here. I got my scissors. All right? I'm about to tear up your black card. And that shit don't work no more. I'm going to tell you idiots, man. For the last time. That shit don't work no more. All right, so guess what we gonna do again today, y'all? Come on, folks. Rip up that black card. Don't work no more. See that, John? All them black monopolizing lies. Son still didn't get drafted. Brainwashed people still saying racism. But the fact is, you guys still don't own shit. And you ain't building nothing for your people, bro. So therefore, Fantasyland is over with. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Saying about race, race will be dead. But everything that happens, y'all, they keep making it about race. So when these people get their own shit, they'll be respected. You got little Haiti. You got little Korea. You got many, many Chinas. Many little Chinas. You got little Haiti. You got little Cuba. You got all, little Africa. You got it all. And then you got this one imagination community. On that note, one day y'all get it, but then again, it's too late. We're on this 2030 shit. Y'all still in the 60s, y'all. So on that note, everybody enjoy their day. And excuse me for talking shit and running my mouth. It's just the internet. We live on the web. I'm just going to tell y'all what they're saying, and they ain't going to come on TV, and none of them going to say it. Everything I say is opposite of them because they all in the same shit of what? Creating the false narrative. The false reality that black people got all this power, and they really run shit. Meanwhile, it is nothing they did ever in this game that did not have other people helping them and backing them. But their job was to always make you seem like they bigger than who they are, so you can follow them and believe them. And then every time you believe in them, you're going to get disappointed. And that's what's going to happen. That's the whole plan. The dream is one day you're going to make it. The dream is one day you're going to be just like them. But the truth is, everything you could dream of will always be fucking controlled anyway. That's how y'all think. You only know what you told and what you see. You only know about success by watching others successful. If you had to close your eyes in a dark room and think of a way to be successful, you can't do that. So on that note, just know it ain't about you no more, and they watching this shit too. They watching all this shit. They watching it. Everything that came out, Diddy, everything. The same people they used to praise, when they came to America, they watched their ass get embarrassed. And that's what happened. So when you show me any other people getting embarrassed like this, then I'll be like, yo, you're right. Until then, enjoy the show. You ain't seen nothing yet. David Wayne this week, canceled. Shannon, canceled. Wendy Williams officially robbed, canceled. Everybody getting canceled or embarrassed. We out. What's up, Canardo? What's up? What's up, Miss Brian Dramatic? Oh yeah, y'all, tomorrow, Sunday, don't forget, members, it's going down. I'm closing this shit out. It's a closeout. I'm about to close this whole thing out. I'm going to show you how everything was one way and everything went dark. That's right. And guess what? A lot of y'all still in darkness. That's why I showed you it ended 2024, but you still in darkness. Everything going to be proven too.